Hey, hey. Hi, babies. Hey. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing fine tonight, yesterday, tomorrow, and any other day. Hope you just fine, 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 fine. Ooh. That's right. I gotta put your stuff over here too. Don't forget, guys, later on, we're going to be showcasing Miss Leo. Yes, we are. It comes up and out. Come on, sugar. This new video is good for roasting. Only like a minute and a half. No. Pay homage to the chiefest. My ass. I don't think so. I don't think so. I will get to her. It won't be tonight. It won't be tonight. Sorry, it will not be tonight. No, no, no. No, no, no. Hey, Annie. Hey, sweetie. What's up, booby? Obviously, you know how we got to support each other. We have to support each other. We got to support each other. I'm gonna pick out a nice cup for Nene. Nene, if Nene like that black queen, I'm gonna pick out a nice one for Nene. So Nene, you're gonna have to hit you're gonna have to hit Miss Leo up, hit Miss Leo up in her Instagram and tell her how you want your Tumblr to be. Hey, she girl, I know you early. You waiting for Kev to pop his butt up in here. It comes up and out. But definitely, Nene. Oh, okay, Kev. Definitely, Nene. Hit up. If you don't have Fragrance Fraser Signature Creations, please go hit her up. Oh, well then get that done. You didn't do that yet, Nene. Y'all gotta hurry up. Cause for my members, hey Ewan, for my members, I have to look out for my members and my mods and just good people. Just good people. So periodically I will pick some of my good people and I'm only supporting Miss Leo. And I wish you guys support Miss Leo. I'm only supporting her because I know her work. So you have to go into her thing and pick out something. Hey, Miss Rye. Hey, baby. All right. We did this before, Kev. I don't know if you was here when we did this. I think you took a hiatus. But that's okay. We're gonna bring it back to life. We got part one and part two. They ass is on trial. God damn it. Let's go. Guilty or not guilty. Sonetta and friends on trial. And today we're gonna start with the brother polite. Has the conscious community been good to us? What have they done for us? Now remember, if you hear me speaking, that's because it's an old video. It's not me talking now. So, Kev, anytime you want me to stop, be like, stop, because this is a new video now. So as you see them and you want to have something to say about them,
okay, I'm here, Sugar. I had to turn my YouTube off. Can you hear me, Sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
And okay.
We putting everybody on trial. We're gonna put sweetness number 9, sweetness number 9, with his gold dust eyebrows looking better than mine. The fuck? That's what them damn Egyptians do. That's why they clean shaven, because they all was in a gymnasium. If y'all understand what a gymnasium really means, if you understand what a gym really means, they was all up in the gym. You know what I'm saying? All butted down, all face smooth and shit. That God didn't tell you to do none of that. God said, I want to see some hair on that face. That's why I put it there. Now, let's go.
Get y'all questions together, chat. When y'all listen to this shit, get your questions together.
I forgot how this go, so we're gonna just have them on trial. But Kev, my man Kev Gills, that's my boy. He does a good job because he gets in their ass. Have you learned anything from them? It's your choice, guilty or not. Let's go. And please check out Kev Gills' channel, Kev Gills, Coffee and Kush TV. But now he is now Judge Gills. Let's go.
Type that like button, y'all. Tap that like button.
And we got Judge Kev, King Kev, not Kev Gills, but King Kev. Pretend Kev is there with his damn robe on. Damn it! All right, let's go.
5 p.m. every night for the next month. We're sweeps week. Damn it! Press 1. Judge Gills in full effect. Predators in the community. Predators in the community is the subject. Don't bring me nothing else but evidence when it comes to the predators in this community. Press 1. Press 1. I try to tell them. We go hold each and every last one of you niggas accountable. That young Pharaoh, Minister Inky, anybody who came up out this conscious community, opened up schools and trying to hide, Kwame Brown, the body snatcher, and the rest of you clowns out there. Coffee and Kush TV. Press 1. Press 1. Press 1. Always wanted to be a judge in the community.
I'm gonna fast forward him a little bit.
Wanted to be a judge. All rise. Community, and what it's always been over the last 4 years, 4 years is
after this commercial, which is my commercial.
You can make it.
Which is the prosecution of these individuals. All of the information is on
hey,
the
my truly.
So many videos, so much evidence that goes into Brother Polite. And in association with the multiple Dick Tracy characters that protects this money man. Press 1. No point intended to Crypto Head over there. Talking about all cryptocurrency is on sale. We'll get to that some other time. He said cryptocurrency is excuse me, off the record. Money Man said cryptocurrency is 30% off. Press 1.
Now isn't that what Mr. High Yellow trying to get us into now? Kev, can you hear me?
My bad. I had to cough. I'm over here on the Zaza break.
Oh, isn't that what Mr. High Yellow trying to get us into now?
Oh yeah.
High Yellow is sassy.
Crypto. He started talking about a crypto. That's the next scam. First it was real estate. It was property. flipping houses. Then it was, teaching these self-help classes. Then it was investing money to buy land in the tropics. And then this is the next hustle. Y'all have to pay attention. Sassy has done nothing for the last 4 years except sit in a garage in the basement and starve. The reason anything that he talks about, that is a segue to his next hustle, to his next donation drive. And notice all of them are talking, Brother Polite, all of them are talking about cryptocurrency, and because that's an easy way to scam money. That was, remember, the credit card scamming was the thing for about the last couple years. Got real big. This is the next form of the credit card scam. So just pay attention. I'm finna mute up.
It's on sale. Fine time to buy. Fine times to buy. Working for the government, I see. I don't want you to vote so that they can't see what you want them to see. No longer do you gotta argue with them in the chat room.
Hold on. I gotta check again.
So today I'm going to be showing you just a brief of what you will be seeing on Judge Gill when we put Brother Polite on trial tomorrow. But this is the beginning. This is pre-trial. I want y'all to see the lead up to those who are not asking the early signs, those who play ignorant to it. Listen to the language. What would you have done if you heard this? Let's go to it.
I'm gonna do it out. I ain't talking about anybody else. Do it out.
Hold on. Let me get this. The name of the game is this. See how much people you can convert to your perspective. That's what Planet Earth is about, bro.
Well, hold on. Cash. You should have seen the one when I broke down his ass. From the Moore guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which video it is, but I got his ass too. I was on the road. I went through his videos and showed that, and then I also showed a video, could be the next one, where when Sinetta had that gala, whatever you want to call it, every last one of y'all motherfuckers was there. Every last one of y'all was in that ring.
Every one of them. That's why I said it's not, you got to think about it. Everything that they talk about is a donation drive, because if not, how would they exist? They all make money from monetizing their channels. And so they have to create revenue. And they got to go from scam to scam to scam. It's another scam that they're doing now that's kind of low key. What they'll do is they'll get a bunch of people to put some money together, and they'll rent 2 Airbnbs, and then they'll rent them out at like double or triple the rate that the person who actually owns the property will. It's just different forms, it's just different forms of scamming that they come up with. Every single person, whether it's selling sea moss or it's selling this and it's selling that, and it's always something wrong with these people's products. They're not delivering what they said they have. They're selling all of these different things, and all of them are scams, because that's what the social media platforms in the conscious community have become. They'll use clickbait to draw you in. They'll tell lies to keep you there, and
they'll debate a fingernail. Why my fingernail grow longer than your fingernail? Well, it's from the biology of the fuck up. But go ahead. Sorry.
It's crazy to me, because people don't realize basic simple scams. Basic simple scams. The first and only question that I would have had when Sassy started talking about cryptocurrency was, how much are you charging people to get this information from you, and or get this contact that you say that you can? How much money do they have to invest in this? That's where it would all stem from. Now, if he told me I'm just doing all of this and I'm not charging anybody, then show me. But see, he didn't say that, did he? He just wants you to tap in, get on his page, hit his inbox, and then he can hit you up for a donation in private so that he can continue to say publicly on his live that he doesn't ask for donations and he doesn't take money. It just comes to him. Anyway, I'm finna mute up.
Hey Mo, you should have seen the one I did on Phil Robinson. I'm bringing all them shits back. But me and Cat are gonna have some fun.
She Girl 44, stay tuned, because that's what we coming up with. How do we stop this? We're gonna listen to them, analyze and break them down, and then we're gonna tell you how you stop this shit.
And
So
we're
I'm finna
gonna
mute up.
keep breaking their ass down, just in case you forgot.
Press 1. He agrees. See how many people you can convert to your perspective. See how many people you can convert to
Listen.
your perspective, to how you see it, not God, not a government institution that set law based upon the growth of a country or certain people. No, you.
See how many people convert to your perspective so you can decide on what is law.
So you can decide what is law. Press 1.
When was the last time you did a proper cleanse of your intestines? Maybe you do them often. Maybe.
All right, cleanse your intestines, guys.
You gotta
And
mute up.
And these guys are scam artists too.
We can hear the air conditioner when you're not on mute, sugar.
Oh, the tap tap.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
You can decide what is law. So you can decide what is law. Hit the like button.
That's how this works. And so far, the Bible.
Universal approach. I want to see if you and I can agree that puts us on the same thing. Is there a universal?
Is there a universal approach? Press 1. These are the people that y'all put
Natural way to function.
Natural ways to function. A universal law, huh? Well, it depends what culture you're speaking on. And your culture,
sometimes it's like that, Monique, but our names are there.
14, 15, 10. When she comes of age to buy a patch from the local CVS, according to a lot of you guys' traditions. Just
On the planet, according to Brother Polite, not according to other people.
Okay, go ahead. I cannot say there's a universal, that's stretching it. But what I will say is there are universal laws, but that's how the planets move around each other.
It's an old video, my baby.
About
my love.
Human beings and our social experiences and engagements. I can't tell you that there's a global natural law, because for that I would have to give you a global consensus, and people will not agree from parts of the world. Like, hold on, stop. Let me show you. How what is the young's age? Don't tell me America's law either. This is how you're gonna get caught out.
Press 1.
Press 2. Press 2. Get ready, Kev. Get ready, Kev. Shame. After you hear this.
Shame.
Oh, what happened to my shame? Press 2.
Red flags and bells should be going off.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Why are we even asking these sorts of questions? Why is this even on the airway? The white folks ain't talking about this. Asian folks ain't talking about this. There is the damn universal, you know better. Overall, you know better. In God, we trust. There is let me see those red flags. Press 1. Let me see those penalty flags out there. Let me see those penalty flags. If you play football, throw the flag. That's a flag. You should, as an adult, know better. Get those red flags out there. You should know better than to be speaking live on the air and have your mind thinking about what is the proper age as a man. Put the red flags out there. That's right. That you should not, as a man, be in America thinking, what's the appropriate age? As a grown man. 19, 18. When you get a pass. Our minds aren't developed anymore.
Go ahead, Gav.
Okay, what you want me to speak on, Sugar?
What he just was saying about the red flag should be thrown up when a man starts to ask the question, what is the proper age for a young lady to have enter?
Right. Okay, so we kind of touched on that once before, and I've said this, and I tell women again, these might not be gigantic red flags, but if your eyes are open and your ears are open and you're really paying attention, you'll hear certain little comments by men, like when men try to tell you, "Oh, she looked like she was grown." That's a man who pays attention to younger girls, to little girls. Because as a man,
Oh, hold on, Kat.
uh-huh.
Mother Love steps into the building.
Mother loves logic.
We got the her and truly, we got to sing that song.
We're gonna stop the show.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday, Mother
dear
loves
Mother Love.
logic.
Happy birthday to you and truly. Truly, better bring her butt up in here. But happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Mother Love. Happy birthday to you. Hey, this is the real queen of the chat. We love you, Mother Love Logic. We hope
That's the queen mother.
we hope you are feeling great today.
Can y'all put some crowns?
Yeah, put some crowns up in
crowns
here. Queen.
For the queen mother for her birthday. Please put her some crowns and some wine glasses and some flowers and some roses in the chat for Mother Loves Logic. Celebrate her. Tell her we appreciate her. We appreciate her wisdom. We appreciate her guidance. We appreciate her words when she comes up and drops jewels on us or puts jewels in the chat. We thank you.
Just being here on the days that she don't feel good. And she still make it here.
We appreciate you.
And happy love to Truly because their birthday the same day.
That's right.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I did not mean to cut you off, but I didn't want Mother Love to doze off or something, and we ain't tell her happy birthday.
Yeah, we always take time to celebrate each other. Nobody else is gonna celebrate us. We have to celebrate each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's and again, getting back to what she was speaking about, we have to watch for signs. Women, you have to be very aware.
But do you notice that it's only people that's supposed to be conscious or smart or giving knowledge who have some conversations?
I was getting ready to say that. I was getting ready to touch on that. Think about this, chat, and go back and do research. Never just believe anything that I say. Always research what I say. Go back and look from Malachi Z. York on down to Nature Boy, Brother Polite, Sinetta. They all have been accused at various points of inappropriate behavior with children, with women, with minors of both sexes, male and female. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coinky thing. That it just. But if you look at the doctrine, like we all in this community in this sector, we all know that all of these people are branches off of the tree of Sinetta, right? But we know Sinetta comes from Malachi Z. York, and
and Phil Valentine and
and
that
look at
other guy who was talking
he's
about that chakra thing. Yeah, Nick, who was the one? Is it on this one or the next one? When I showed my man was talking about getting stuck in that Kundalini, we almost passed out. No,
yeah,
we gonna man, you missed a lot, Kev, when you went on hiatus. But
yeah,
boy, oh boy, were we getting in their ass. We got to bring them videos back to life with new with new thoughts.
yeah. And that's the thing too. The conscious community, that's how they're invading the sisters who are tired of the street dudes and the dude. They're thinking that these guys are on the right path because they're trying to think different. They're speaking differently. That's what draws them in initially, right? But these guys are master manipulators, and so they know that. So that's the first thing they do. Sister this, queen this, your majesty this. They give y'all all your divine feminine. They say all of these key trigger words that they know you're gonna be like, oh my God. Because they know how. And so once they get you in, then you hear the doctrine. All of these people, I repeat, all of these people have been are sexual deviants.
Mm-hmm.
All of these people, that's not a coincidence. They all gravitate, hey, sugar delights, they all gravitate toward the same. It's just like the circle around Jeffrey Epstein. Nobody knew who Jeffrey Epstein was, but as soon as we heard Jeffrey Epstein's name and we heard about the private island and what they did with the underage girls over there, then we hear Bill Clinton's name, we hear Alan Dershowitz's name, one of the O.J. Simpson's Dream Team lawyers. We hear, all these prominent people. The prince, one of the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, Prince Philip from England,
I was
who's
getting ready to
in the
say
line
him. Mm-hmm.
after Queen Elizabeth. All of these people, how did they all come together? You think it's a coincidence that all of these people knew that the other ones liked underage girls? You have to pay attention. These people are put in positions for reasons. They've all been put in positions to infiltrate our community. And the way they do it is through these supposed to be spiritual conscious people. They did it in hip hop through the quote unquote gangster rappers, the street niggas that's in the game and murder, death. And then you mix in religion, spirituality, mushroom, ayahuasca, acid trips mixed with all this pseudoscience and religion. And then you put all that shit together. And then that's why you birthed the Nine Girl and this other dude and all these side people. It goes on and on and on because they just spawn all these off breeds of people who are disenfranchised, who are mentally ill, who are, frustrated. And now Rashad Jamal got people out here, killing their parents.
And then
Like
besides
the stuff
that,
he said.
hey, Sugar Delight, boom, 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 Sugar Delight. A lot of them too. Number one, a lot of these men want to taste some of that power. They want to taste it the same way a pimp come with the good car and the beautiful women, and they get the younger folks see that, and now they become an inspiration. Number one, and number two, where they failed at, they think, well, shit, I know how to do it better. I ain't gonna get caught. But you never learn from the mistake. That's where it takes you. Me and you had a conversation about that before with Ice Pick or Ice Slim Ice, whatever his name is. When we were talking about, we read the book. And
Iceberg.
right. And we were saying that he wasn't glorifying the book. He said that's just what a lot of people who was interested took out of it. He was letting you know where you end up if you do that. But of course, people, you want a taste of that. When you are born a nobody, So you gotta find a hustle. Well, damn, if I could just read this book and finesse these words, and I don't even have to finesse the women because I'm gonna make love to their mind. So you
There
got
you go.
like a group of people that make love to you by smelling good and looking good and fixing their body up. Then they like, nah. Some women really catch them quicker with the being intellectual because it's all different types of cons, and so that's why you can't really call these guys that you want to call beta men. They got their own con going too.
Right. That's what they call soft pimping back in the day. They not gorilla pimping. It's gorilla pimping and it's soft pimping. They soft pimping. They making love to your mind with words. They don't have to put hands on. Hey sister, you a queen. Sister, they trying to make you a man out here. Telling you don't need they turning women in. They telling you all this stuff that sounds good to a woman who's been hurt, who's wounded, who's never had a man to encourage her and uplift her and not try to fuck her too. I mean, excuse me, and not try to sex her.
Mm-hmm.
So it blows their mind when a man does that. So almost everything he says after that. But notice one thing that they all do. The first thing they do is try to break you down with control. And that control is submission. You have to submit. That's black women's problem. Y'all won't submit. Because once you submit and shut up, the control is easy.
Yeah.
That's why they don't emphasize in power when they say you got too much power. They said the white man give y'all too much. Remember, Nature Boy used to get mad. The white man make y'all independent. Where y'all don't need us. Y'all can have y'all own apartment and own car and own job and y'all don't fucking need us.
And then
as ridiculous as that is.
Then what they do, what you will see, like I said, nothing cannot be done without a woman. I don't care how good a man is, you have to bring in the bottom bitch. Then nothing works without the bottom bitch, the bottom chick. Once they get this one to submit, and once you see if this girl is down, she is now the scout for the new girls. Oh, that's Poppy, and you rub Poppy like this, and make her feel like family, and we're really bonding, and this poly stuff is really good. You know what I'm saying? And then
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Silly.
I'm saying, so then they start thinking this poly stuff is really good. That's my sister, and we're gonna grow together. But only person to get the money is the man.
That's what those women's jobs were. That's the only time Nature Boy let those women on the internet because they were recruiting the other women.
Yeah, but that's we even back down to them because remember, Polite did the same thing. He had Prince Dr. York's daughter, which he married at a young age. He even had her bringing in the new women too, teaching them the ropes and teaching them how to, get these scams together. That's what they do. It cannot be done without a bottom bit. I don't care how good a man is. Yeah, you're gonna get a woman. You're gonna get some women, but it's not gonna work without a woman.
Yep. Same thing with Polite,
and even the rest of them, because regardless of what Sinetta was doing, Sinetta never spoke upon other women until he got with Nepal. Right?
Exactly.
It took you all of these years. Right? It took you. Everything was your wife. Your wife, she been down with you in jail. That's your kid's mother. It was always about your one wife. Now all of a sudden you probably.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And he throws her up there because she brings in more views when it's just him by himself. Those are facts. And never forget this idiot on the screen right now who's on trial. Polite said to a victim of Dr. York, who was sexually abused from the time he was about 5 years old until the time he was 13. And then Polite tried to victim shame.
That's his son.
Right. He victim shamed him. Right. He molested his own son. So not only was it pedophilia, that was also incest, and he infected him with herpes, and they proved that
I know
medically.
that's going to be shown. I don't know if it's going to be this
It's
one or the next one, but I got that. I
and
got
never
that.
forget, Polite said on camera, on video, he doesn't care because York got convicted of 182 counts of molestation. He said he don't care if he did molest 1,000 kids. Malachi Z. York will always be his guy.
His father.
Fool said. That's what this fool said.
Yep.
So I'm gonna mute up, but this.
And see, the rabbit box go a little bit deeper. I'm sorry if y'all hear the ticking, but hey, but that's where they get the black and white checker box from, right? Because all of these people are in fraternities, right? Seniorities, fraternities, whatever. So that's it's true, because it goes to show you that it's the good and the bad. But regardless of how good and bad you are, once you have your followers, your fans, that's why they call it a fan and a follower. You got them for life, good, either you good or bad. So now they got it to where these people could do whatever they want to do. Their followers is going to think everything is, hey, well, you turn a blind eye. You know, our job is not to fix the people that are their fans or their followers. Our job is to stop people from following them. They don't need no more new people. They don't need to break up no more families. They don't need to ruin no more girls, because that girl could be your daughter.
Young girls are the primary targets of cults.
Yeah.
It's not men, it's young girls, not grown women 30 and over. They target them 14 because a lot of them believe that that's the age of consent. Damn what the law says. They believe their ancestors lived like that. They said
No, Kev. They believe the minute a woman gets her menstrual.
Oh, when she gets right, I can't even say 12 no more because girls
Right,
get them at
because some get them at 9. So if some get it at 9, they consider her a woman now because she's able to conceive.
Right.
Yeah, they don't change that up, bro.
So think about, when you think about involving yourselves with these conscious men, know that most of them, and I say most of them, and I say that confidently, most of them are sexually perverted. Most of them are sexual perverts. If you listen to them talk, if you listen at the way they describe women and they talk about women, most of them, despite what they say out of their mouth, calling you queen and your majesty and all that shit, most of these dudes have been to jail for sexual charges. You know, guys that have huge platforms, guys that have platforms probably right underneath Sonetta. And you can look
sad. And it's sad. When we get into Polite, we're gonna go back over Polite. Either it's gonna be on this one or the next one. I don't mean tomorrow, I mean the next video. It's sad when the same thing with R. Kelly. When the women bring their freaking kids, I'm like, yo, what the hell is wrong with y'all?
You know, it reminds me of the conscious community is almost like the Catholic Church. I think it's a rest haven for pedos, because just like I said, it's not a coincidence that all of these people who go to cults and follow them find each other, just like all these people with Jeffrey Epstein found each other, just like all these people found each other. And all of them have past dealing with the molestation of children. And it's crazy.
And throughout the years, and that's from every lecture that could be from. Only thing it made was more conscious fake people. It just made more more scammers, because nothing they have ever did help the community. Not one thing. All the black power. We ain't had a black power yet.
We ain't had nothing.
Our community is still in freaking shambles. They have not done nothing. Absolutely, they ain't fed a hungry. Now, I do give it to some of the Israelite camps. They do feed the hungry. ISUPK, some of them they do have pantries and stuff, but
Okay, well, let's get
okay,
real
but
about. Let's even break that down real quick. Not to cut you off. So the pantry. So a lot of them get government grants for that. And what a lot of them do, they even scam doing that. Yes, they buy food for the pantries and they give it out because that makes them look good. But they skim more off of the top than they actually give out.
oh no,
That's the hustle.
with the pantry money, you can't do that now.
Well,
But now it could be that can be a means for people to give in more donations. The
right.
pantry
That
money, it's that money you don't get.
well,
It's
no, you
that
said if I,
money is in the right that, but it still opens the door for people to donate
they're
more.
going to give to you because they're going to say, look, Brother Kevin is out there handing out loaves of bread and turkeys on Thanksgiving.
Right,
And so I'm going to support him. You're giving
right,
them, it's
right,
still a scam because
right,
that's
right,
why they're doing it. They're not just out feeding people because
right.
they know that that's the way. Why do they do the same shit? They've been doing the same shit forever. Give away turkeys on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Give away toys on Christmas and give. They do the same shit. What is giving kids bikes every fucking Christmas going to how is that
A
helping our
bike.
community?
I ain't seen that one yet. Shit, not give a
Well,
bike.
you know that used to be a
They
thing when
give
we were growing up.
they
Yeah,
give you all the stuff that's gonna break within 5 minutes of the kids playing with it, right? But
but my point is, they keep doing the same thing. What is giving away turkeys? What is popping fireworks on 4th of July in the neighborhood? What is that shit doing? It's not stopping one black kid from getting killed. It's not stopping one black person from being hungry. And it's not changing our situation and our social
because
status
they
in this
too
society.
busy being sexual deviants to do
Thank you.
anything.
It's a rest haven for pedos. This community, I'm gonna start calling the conscious community. It's a rest haven for weirdos. It really is. All the dudes that got kicked out of every other religion, nations of God's of earth, Islam, that because they've done shit that violated their codes of conduct, they all now come in the conscious air quotes community, and they all start talking about they got all the answers. Name one of them that has built so much as an outside porta potty, a flower, a garden, and grew one tomato or one onion. Name anybody that's collected money in the name of their cause, their movement, their organization that has purchased land and said, people, we are all everybody who donated money, your name is on the deed of this property. We are all equal and co-owners as divided up and how many other people donated, and we own this plot of land. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get a charter, we're going to get members, and we're going to decide what we're going to do with this property. How can we benefit and make our community prosper from whatever we do with this plot of land we bought? If they did something else, they don't even do that. They ain't started a t-shirt shop where they can employ
Oh, the t-shirt shops that they're gonna charge you double for a shirt.
you know what they do? They get a little space. They call it a bookstore. They hop.
Yep.
They hop their bullshit books that they can't get published out of there. And they're
Yeah.
not really books.
Yeah.
You can take something anywhere and get it printed out in paperback form or even hardback form, but it's a lot more expensive. So they'll say, "Oh, I wrote 8 books." No, it's almost like you were keeping a journal and then you went and had it photocopied and printed on book paper and put it in a paperback. That's what they call books.
Took stuff. Being
And
that
they
do read a lot of books, they take a chapter from this book, a chapter from that book,
I was
a
just getting
chapter
ready to
from
say
that, and then
all
they call it their book.
their knowledge. They remix
You talk
all
too
information.
goddamn much for you to write all them damn books. Your mouth run too much. For you to
Now,
write them books, you have to shut up.
Out of all that, name one person that has elevated out of the conscious community and done something to actually help the black community, and I'll wait as long as necessary. All this shit don't mean nothing. You can hold all these seminars, you can have all these debates every damn night.
Yeah, as long as you pay. Like my thing
You
is,
gotta
how
pay
you
to
helping your community, but you gotta pay for it.
You
So
charging
you
people to
tell
listen
me,
to a debate about information you claim we need to make our life better, but you have to be a Patreon member and pay money to hear a fucking debate about what? About what people were here first, the Anunnaki or and all of this shit that don't even matter again, that's not
mm-hmm,
changing nothing. It's
mm-hmm.
all a hustle. It's all a hustle. Listen, ask any of these people. Sinetta Polite, they would not be on YouTube if their channel was not monetized. If they said you can no longer be monetized, they would no longer be on YouTube. They wouldn't waste their time. That's the only reason they're on YouTube, because they don't have to work, because they make enough money off their channels being monetized that they can live probably better than most of us that are
They
going to
are,
work
because
40
don't
hours a
forget the
week.
cash apps and all that other stuff.
That's what I'm talking
And
about. That's
then,
what fucks
and
them.
then you gotta ask the people, okay, you paid for this cinema. Okay, what you gonna do with it now?
Exactly. That
They
300.
can't, they pay for it and they can't even use it. Oh, but I guess it's good to know, right? It's good to know.
Right, just to know it. See what I'm
Oh,
saying?
so
It's
they can take it. A lot of them pay for it too, because they want to start their own.
and you know how rich they always tell you they are, Pharaoh and all that. How come they haven't started one thing, the Young Pharaoh Youth Center, and he can take you down there and show you, I've got trained professionals in this facility to work with the kids that are at risk in this neighborhood. Nothing here is charged. They can come here, they can eat when they get out of school. We have hot dogs and burgers and chips, and they can come down and get bottled waters and hang out until their parents get home. None of the food is of any charge. All the programs, the summer camps, the programs we help, none of those things are. Not one person has started anything. Not one thing. And they always talk about tribes, communities. You can't even build anything within your own movement. Like, again, I just keep going back to the same thing. Nature Boy blew through millions of dollars. Polite has blown through even more millions than Nature Boy. But he'll show you all these Mercedes Benz and these Maybachs that he leases and drives around, or the cars of celebrities. That's another thing too. We got to start getting on these celebrities' asses too, because now you got these guys, these rappers like NLE Chopper that's out here supporting, Nine Girl and all these other people, and these people who are out here scamming our community. Young Turk, he's on Nature Boy's channel and supporting Nature Boy. Young Turk from the Hot Boys, Cash Money. We got to ask these dudes, like, yeah, like, what are we doing, bro? You want to come out and preach that you preaching a positive message about kids staying out the streets because you went to prison, but then here you are supporting a dude that runs a sex cult, and you up here talking about people hating on him. Like, we got to realize, like, all of this shit matters, man. Like, all of these people, like, we gotta quit giving all of them a pass. I don't care who they are. I don't care how big they think their name is. I'll talk to any one of them, and whatever they think they want to debate, we can debate. We could talk about, but they're not talking about shit. They'll tell you you don't know nothing. All you have to do is invest in their financial plan. Go to their university, which is not even a real university. It's some bullshit that they made up to get you to send money. You can never go there. You can never get a degree from there. They can send you a certificate that they can print out that means absolutely nothing in the real world. You can't do anything with the information you learn from there. So, again, what are these people doing? How can you even call them the conscious community? They're conscious of what? Anybody can read a book.
We all woke up and conscious. The point, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody can read a book about ancient Egypt. Anybody can read a book about physics. Anybody can read a book about our predecessors, our ancestors. Anybody can read those books because that's all they did. They have no information directly from that. These people, like, and we got to get out of all of these damn spiritual, these catchphrases and words. Stop letting them tell you they communicate with the ancestors. They don't. That's a made up shit that sounds deep and spiritual and makes you think that listen. If you want to sit here and believe that they're communicating with somebody that was here 5 million years ago, cool, fine. But what did they do with that communication, that wisdom, that 5 million year old wisdom from a king or a queen? that they got directly from them. What
So,
did they do with that?
so did you connect with your ancestors on your iPhone?
Exactly.
How did
How?
this take place? Because even if you did connect with your ancestors, their life then and our life now are two different
Because
things.
they can't tell you anything that they can take from ancient Egypt and apply it to today that's going to stop black people from being hungry, stop black people from getting killed, and stop black people from being discriminated against racially in this country. Because those are the three most pressing things that we have to deal with as a community. You can, all this fucking spiritual journey shit, where has that gotten our community as a whole? I'm just asking anybody. Tell me, has that made our community as a whole better or has it made us worse?
And then on top of that, you got people that take journeys, like ayahuasca journeys and
Yeah,
mushroom journeys. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, where do you want to go?
exactly. Because you know
Where,
what? No matter where you go, there you are.
no, but wherever, regardless
Where
of
you-
where you go, you got to bring your ass back. So, hello, you still
and
got to
if you're
come back to planet Earth. I don't, all these different realms, all these
not
different
according to them.
dimensions.
Yeah, not according to them. There's it's a whole nother, but it's top secret. But it's another realm out there, and it's another planet. But we can't tell you the
Yeah,
name of
but
it. But
you're
that's where
here
we're from.
talking to me like right
But
now,
you here, yeah,
and
you're here talking to me,
every
and
day
you can't
you
go
will
back
be
there.
here talking to me.
Yeah, and you can't go back there, just like I came. So what? Again, I don't get what separates them from normal mortal
That's
beings that they
because
say that they're more superior than.
that's
They
because I'm
can't get
trying
out
to
of
tell you.
jail.
That's
They
these new
can't.
cartoon folks. These new cart. Well, we had the fake conscious community. Now we got these cartoon motherfuckers. They've been
That's
watching
how.
too much of Yu-Gi-Oh and
That's how
stuff like
dumb
that.
this young
Thinking they
generation is.
opening up these and there is no
They're
freaking
using
portal.
names. They're using names of planets and characters and things that they say in anime and in these science fiction movies. And this young generation, they believe that they fall for it without ever doing 1 second of research. If there's another planet out here, how did you get here and why can't you go back? If there's a planet that you come from that we're all from, that we're all gonna, oh, we gotta wait on the spaceship. Well, but they can't tell you anything about the spaceship because that's top secret too.
First of all,
They've never been on it or never seen it, but they just know it's one.
people always say as above, as below. No,
That's bullshit
I
too.
don't believe in that because
That's
number
bullshit
one,
too.
we have this thing called the four elements. The four elements does not exist above.
Thank
I
you.
could be wrong, but my thing is,
No, you're not.
if you're going to make if these spaceships are coming, where did the material come from for them to make a spaceship? Number one, how was
Right.
fire created to mold? You need fire to mold this stuff together and melt this, do that, and form this. That meant everything up there will have to be exactly the way it is down here. For
Thank you.
it's
There's no
not
oxygen in space. That's the number.
exactly.
There's no oxygen in
So
space.
where did the fire come from? There is no oxygen.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
There
So
is no precious metals.
thank you.
I
There's
so
no
I
water
say
on Mars.
ships
There's no
are
water on Mars.
looking high. Right,
Yeah.
there is
There's no
no
water on Mars.
so how is they able to build this spaceship? And then number two, if some came down here and they was up there and they didn't have no air, and then they came here with air, so you can't wasn't no they couldn't survive here for them to go back up there and say, hey, you got to put the space hat on, right? That has no air because that's why like, a lot of people stop. They need to
They
really stop it.
they still ain't explained why their ancestors came from another planet and dropped them off here and left them here.
You have to explain to me about the ancestors that's here. That first of all, that's why it's called rest in peace. You can't say R.I.P. 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 and then go calling them the next minute. I'm calling on the ancestors. What's my name?
These fools, listen, they'll call the same people that'll call on their ancestors won't call their grandmama and their granddaddy.
And then you don't even know you don't know, you don't even know who these people you calling. You thinking that they safe. No, just like it was good people and bad people then, it was good people and bad people then too. Now it's good people. So who you calling?
Thank you. You're telling me everybody's ancestor was holy and it was a king and a queen and a god? Are you serious? How did we get taken into slavery then?
I'm like, rest in peace.
How are we still oppressed? If we can call on our ancestors for all this mystical power, how in the fuck can't we get out of jail? How come we can't keep from getting beat or killed on the street by the police?
Now, the only time I would give an excuse, I'm not giving an excuse, I would give you a pass if you say you talking to an ancestor. That's if you lost somebody you know. And
thank you. That's my point. The same people screaming about
that's not here no more. Then you can say, I can understand you saying, oh, I had to talk with my uncle, you know, even though he ain't talking to you back because he's resting in peace. But I can understand when you say some things like that because you miss them and in your mind they're still with you, but they still with you, not the whole ancestry.
And I can believe more. I can believe it more if you tell me, man, my mom passed 5 years ago, but you know what, man? I could still like hear her voice in my head sometimes. I can believe that more than you can tell me you can sit down and go into a trance and summon an ancestor that you don't know and have no idea who they are and summon them and then get some kind of magical power. That sounds like a fucking cartoon. That's crazy. That's insane. But people believe what they believe. But I think that's a majority reason that we're so screwed up because we're sitting here trying to channel things that we can't possibly channel. You cannot channel the spirit of 5 billion-year-old people. You had no encounter with them. You don't even know if they even truly existed. So we're sitting here focusing, trying to build up some ability to be able to, instead of saying, you know what, listen, I can connect with the people who are right here with me and we can build some shit from here going forward. Why are we talking about Egypt? Egypt is not stopping nobody from being hungry today. Period.
First of all, the only why they speak upon Egypt because that's the land where all that dark, they was doing all that dark magic and black magic and shit. That's why everything is centered on Egypt. And it upsets me of American people that mind. First of all, a lot of us, even if you do one of DNA kits, Egypt is not. You don't see West Africa come up. Why? So if you know you got West African blood in you, why you still on this Egyptian shit? And why? Because you infatuated with Egypt, out of the whole continent. Now you would impress me if you knew about all the continent, all the state, all the places in that continent.
All the different countries that never built pyramids.
You only know one.
They were not part of the Egyptian society. There were separate African nations who were not kings and queens, who did not build pyramids, who did not write hieroglyphics. But that's what people don't understand. They think every single black person came from one single place. How can we prove that? We know that that's where the origins of the earliest person was found, but you meaning to tell me none of the rest of the earth was inhabited? I don't know. We don't know that. So why are we even debating some shit we'll never really know?
Never. And there was no DNA. So you like, this is King Tut. Like, how you know? King Tut ain't had no DNA. Now, what show me his offsprings show me his offspring right now in this present time that you compared that DNA to, and then you still can't prove that's King Tut. And then people gotta realize
exactly.
A pyramid, and I can't say it, and I'm gonna say it until I can't say it no more. A pyramid is a grave. It's a grave. That's all it is. It's
The
nothing.
pyramid is a headstone. We
It's a
buried people
grave.
6 feet deep and put a headstone on them. They built them in sarcophaguses. That's what they're called. All these different chambers underneath this tunnel, and the pyramid is the headstone.
That's
So
it.
we're breaking into people's graves.
Exactly. You're breaking into people's graves because these rich men thought that when they die, they can take all of their possessions with them. When they die, I want all my stuff here because I'm taking it with me. So when the grave robbers, they couldn't figure out how the headstones got like that. And the grave diggers came and they robbed for the stuff. So obviously it's not all of that was untouchable the way y'all make it sound like it's untouchable. But it's not that all touchable. That motherfuckers is in there now.
How can you and how can you possibly just think about this for a minute, folks? How can you translate a language that no longer exists? There's no one around who can tell you what those signs and symbols meant, because all of those people have long since been dead.
resting in peace, where we should let
How,
them as rest.
so how can you possibly translate a language that didn't exist before you and that no longer exists, and that no one is around when it did exist that can tell you what it truly meant? That's the whole premise of everything that we sit here and argue and debate. Just like Tony said, they can tell you all day long that's King Tut. How can they possibly know that? Because even if they got DNA out of his bones, they have nobody else's DNA to compare it to. And even if they did, they have no way of telling you who that person was. They didn't have birth certificates and death certificates. They're telling you this based off the drawings on a wall that they have no idea what those drawings mean. That's what they're basing all of this shit on, all this Egyptology and all this information and all this knowledge that is supposed to elevate us to be supreme beings and unlock our DNA. How come ain't a motherfucker's DNA unlocked yet after all this time? How come it ain't unlocked fully, 100%? Like Nature Boy he didn't get charged up 100%. He was still at 60. How come ain't nobody reached 100 yet? They talk about all these movies. It's science fiction. That's what they base their beliefs off of, science fiction. All of these cult leaders base all of their beliefs mainly off science fiction. All of them. L. Ron Hubbard, who founded Scientology, was a science fiction writer before he founded Scientology. All of them. You go look at all of
no, but it was a man before L. Ron Hubbard.
Right. But just
I'll shoot you the video and let you I'll shoot you the video, let you go through it, and then whenever we talk about it, you'll have the information on it. But
he said it. Aleister Crowley said it. Malachi Z. York, who studied under both of them, he said it. Polite said it. They're from other planets. This dude that followed nature, they're all from other planets. They're all from other planets. Now, if you're from another planet, then how are the Egyptians your ancestors? Your ancestors are aliens. Are you saying the Egyptians were aliens? I'm just asking questions because this shit confuses me.
Egyptians, like I said, Egyptians is the people that worked in all that black magic and dark magic, but it still ain't work. Y'all all still dead too. Right, yeah, and none of y'all still living. Ain't none of y'all grew no wings. Ain't none of y'all flying. All this dark magic for what?
How come all of our gods and our kings and our queens that got all these superpowers, how come they haven't come back to save us yet? I'm just asking questions. How come they haven't came back to save us yet?
First of all, you got the instructions to save yourself, because that's what it's supposed to be. That's why even if you read that book, right?
No,
but I'm saying even if you read the book, let's just say, even if you read the book, it tells you how to save yourself. People don't want to be saved. People keep searching and searching for a savior when it's all in you already.
Right.
It's
That's the
already,
whole.
it's already. What
To these people.
what are they saving you from? Because everything that we're going through, we created it. So we want to be saved from. No, people just need to stop doing shit.
Yeah, I just want us to get to a point and understand, like, we spend our whole life, on this journey, but this journey always includes other people. Did we ever stop to think for a second that our journey is about us and it's only about us? Only about us. The only things that we are supposed to take in are things that we decide to take in, not what somebody teaches us. Because if somebody teaches us, they could teach us wrong.
Right.
But if I only go by what my instinct, what my God inside me tells me,
right,
I can't go wrong, because we all know our first mind, which is our God in us, never leads us wrong. It's man who leads us wrong. So why do we keep looking for man to lead us on our journey? On our journey. They're going to tell us, yeah, go ahead, sister.
And we are the only people that think that we keep waiting. Who's the next one? Well, who's the next? No, you're the next one. How about you? How about you?
Thank you.
Because you can't wait for a savior. You can't wait for the world to change and talk about its evil. When, if you read the book, the Mayat, whatever, it already tell you thou shalt not kill. So what? How about don't kill nobody? Would that help? Thou shalt not steal. What do you think if you don't steal from somebody? Would that change the world? You understand? Don't be sleeping with people, husband and wife. Do you think that? I mean, everything that they told us.
Who has to tell you that?
Right.
Yeah. So who has to tell you that?
Right. Everything that was told for us not to do, we do. But now we looking for a savior. You already been saved, baby.
If you can't stop yourself from doing wrong, can't nobody else stop you from doing wrong.
And show you. Nobody can't show you not to do wrong. You should know not to do wrong. But people, you know, they want to live. Baby, it's more than 10 commandments, but just even if you follow 10 or Mayat, whatever you choose, Buddha, whatever that you choose, that you know that what they're saying can help you, then knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that whichever book you choose to read, because I don't know people's religions on here, but even if you don't subscribe to a religion, you just believe in God itself, or you believe in a higher power itself, but it already give you the freaking instructions where we don't want to listen, but we keep talking about the world and the savior. Why somebody got to save you when I just told you read the damn don't do this, but you want to do it anyway. But now you want me to come back and save you guys. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot to put on a person.
And then you got to look at it like this too. They always use science fiction and they use these movies to show you or try to prove to you certain things. They say, see, it was in the Matrix, but see, let's just go with their train of thought for a minute. They missed the whole point of that movie, because if you really think about it on its most basic level, what the Matrix was about, when Neo came to a certain realization that, hey, some shit that I always thought, this shit is really true. And now these people are showing me that I wasn't crazy. But the point being, you had Morpheus, who appeared to be more powerful than Neo, because he's the one that gave Neo the access to open that portal to go to that level of understanding. You had the Oracle, who knew everything. You had the enemies, Mr. Smith and all the robots in the system, right? But at the end of the day, who had to save the day? Neo himself. He couldn't wait on God or somebody else, because they were saying to him, hey, kid, it ain't nobody else. It's just you. And you have to become whatever it is not me, not Morpheus, not the Oracle, not You have to. So the point is, they're telling you you can follow whoever you want to, but the only way that you're going to get where you really need to be in life is trusting yourself and be able to understand that everything that you need to know, every lesson that you need, you will
Okay.
show.
Linda says, when you come, we know nothing. We only knew what we were taught. I agree to a certain extent. I always believe that we always know what's right from wrong. Even a 1 year old, they sometimes when they do stuff, don't you notice they look at you first?
Right.
Even if you
That's
look at even if you look at babies,
thank you.
they'll look at you first.
Right.
So that feeling it's always been in us what's right and what's wrong. When you
Because
got kids and we didn't even tell them no, 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 no. We ain't say nothing. We ain't tell them not to do. We ain't say nothing. They
right.
always look at us
They
first
look right at you. Yep.
to
Right
see
before they
to
grab that
see
candy off the table
right
that
or
they know
before
you
they
have.
do anything. They look at you first. Why is that? Well,
Thank
they
you.
could just if they didn't have no way of knowing what's right is wrong, they'll just go on and do it. So a lot of kids, oh, they babies. Yeah, they babies. Yeah, they gonna try you. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know the repercussion of what they're doing is wrong, but they still know it's wrong.
And I'm gonna give you another example. How come people always say babies know certain people, they don't fool with people that how do they know that?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know nothing about reading people. When you're this is just my belief. From the moment you're born, God is present in that being. That's how, like Sugar was just saying, that's how babies know before you say it, they look at you and they get ready, and you know that they know they getting ready to do something, and you'll start laughing because, well, how did they know that? What gave them
Right.
that thought? They're not able to even comprehend you telling them or trying to explain that to them. How do they know certain people that got bad energy or certain people that ain't decent people? And because we already have it, but what we're trained and taught is not to trust ourselves because we're not as smart as the guy that has the college degree. We're not as holy as the pastor. We're not as spiritual as this shaman or this guru or this messiah. We're
So
always
even if I'm sorry, bro,
go ahead.
but even if we're taught something, we don't
We
listen.
still know.
We don't. But I'm saying, even if we taught, even if you're saying, okay, we had these people. Let's just use Martin Luther King for instance. Even when they show you how to shut shit down, we still don't listen. They showed you, okay, listen, you don't want to give this lady a seat. We ain't fucking with your buses. We not riding it. Nobody wrote it. They shut it down. And that has not been done again ever.
Ever. We can't
Ever.
stick with it. That was the last time black
All
people
we
came
do
together.
is put a video camera up there and ask for an apology. Victoria's Secrets, how many videos? We done seen video on top of video on top of video. Even when that guy Jim Jones, well, look how they treat me in the store. How many times you gonna be treated bad in the store? Show the video. Even when what's the company set up there made a noose? They made a noose and stuff. Was it?
Yeah. Wasn't that Gucci?
Yeah. And then
We
oh,
was
we
supposed to
gotta
be
wear Gucci.
boycotting. Yeah. You didn't
So
wear Gucci anywhere, Negro.
but
But
the people still, but I'm saying even little things that we ask
but
for a savior. We
mhm.
now when it comes down to doing fuck shit, you don't
Thank
have
you.
a problem with participating
You can get a
in
million
that.
niggas to participate in some fuck shit. You can get a million of them. Like, hey, let's go loot this store. The police are on the other side of the town because they riding over there. We finna go bust in the Foot Locker and get all the Jordans and shit out of there. You can get 1,000 niggas to go with you on that mission, but you tell, hey, listen, we need 1,000 good, strong black men. We gonna go down here and we gonna encircle this strip mall, and we not letting them do no business until blah blah blah. We not shopping nowhere down here until blah 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 happens.
Like even
You
it,
ain't gonna
it,
get
it was
five
it
people
was
out there with
it
you.
was like even my black sisters, right? and they be having some. And I seen one on Facebook. Sometimes I be very disturbed, right? And
Mm.
they was like, well, I'm sick of these natural people getting mad at us because they are lazy and they don't want to take the time out to put the makeup, the hair, and all that. First of all, number one, you don't know who hair on your head. Number one. Number two, why should we subject ourselves to being Europeanized or from whomever here it is making billions off of us?
Mm-hmm.
But you talking about so we can look good for a man? No, some people is natural for a reason because that's billions of dollars that's pumped into every community but ours. So
Yeah.
okay, you look good, you may look the man, but you still got to work extra hard, and their kids go into college on you. Their
Right.
kids are set for life because you want to look good for a man. Now, I'm not saying do not dress yourself, do whatever you want to do. Like, but buy synthetic wigs. But we don't own nothing. Now I can see we own these stores, but we can't, we still have to go to them to get their hair because we don't produce that type of hair.
We don't have no control over anything. That if you
So
don't produce it, you
so
can't control it.
and baby, it ain't nothing lazy nor cheap about it. I try to tell people that. I was like, lady, I don't know what you mean by that. Shoot, it's a lot of work being natural. What you talking about? But the thing is that we are so they tell us these things so we can keep other people rich. And then every time we say no, let's stop putting money in their community, we don't everything we supposed to do that we can do, we don't do it. We ain't got no
Right.
business at the Waffle House. We ain't got
We're
no
fo-
business there.
our focus be on the wrong stuff. I noticed the comment that Linda put in the chat. She said she was born Catholic, and she said, I got a whooping from my mom for not bowing to a statue, so now I refuse to go to church. Now, did that religion save a soul, or did it push a soul away? See, these rituals and what is bowing to a statue? Is that going to help you be a better person? But again, these are rituals that certain religions partake in. And I'm not trying to bash Catholics, but that's just an example. There's
No,
other religions that have
but that's even down to us. Like a lot
their-
of us been brought up in the church, right?
right,
Like what have that produced too?
right,
What
nothing.
have that produced? Because teenage girls are still getting pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep,
the preacher is still creeping with the other women.
yep,
That's making you stay married to a husband you don't want to be married to. But while you creeping,
yep,
people still robbing, people still stealing.
yep.
A lot of their kids are still going to jail. So again, the majority of areas have, depending on where you live, even in the poorest countries, every other block is a church, and every
Right,
other block there are murders being committed.
right. Can you honestly say that any church in your community, can you actually say, and I'm not talking about the food pantries, like I said, because we talked about those. All those are government subsidies. Though, and sometimes they use the money that you donate, that you put in the basket. So it's not like they're actually even doing it out of their own pocket. But besides those basic things that they've been doing, what does any church in the community, what purpose does it serve in that community other than people coming there and worshiping and paying their tithes? Can you literally say, if I can't pay my rent, I can go to the local church in my neighborhood? No.
Right,
Can you
right,
say,
right.
can you say that this
Mm-hmm.
church, the presence of this church in
Mm-hmm.
this neighborhood has actually decreased the crime and
Mm-hmm.
decreased the murder? No. Can you say that these people in this church are leaders in the community? No, because most of them stay within their own church, and they're not out here running for offices. They're not out here standing up to the police. They're not out here doing the things. It's all cosmetic. Like I said, there's always going to be churches, but honestly, let's just be honest. Other than going there to worship, what purpose does a church serve in our community? Absolutely none to me. After a Burger King serves more purpose. It's feeding people. That church don't feed people. You give more to a church than you'll ever be able to take out of a church. If you go to a church, I don't care if you only put $5 in there in the offering basket when you pay your tithes or your offerings or whatever. You put $5 in there.
Hey, Amaya. First of all, the tithes. This is where I have a problem with our church folks. You can't
Right.
tell me 1 minute the Old Testament is done away with the New Testament, but tithing
Exactly.
is in the Old Testament. Number
In the
one,
Old
in the
Testament,
Old
they
Testament,
won't say
right?
that. They won't talk about that
And
because
then
that,
you don't give people an account to where their money is going, and that there is no way the pastor should be turned into entertainers. There's no way that it was an old football field. My man Joel Osteen got as a church now, and the shit is packed twice a day.
and when Hurricane Katrina happened, he wouldn't let homeless people come and sleep in his church.
It was another place too that didn't happen. Was that in Texas? Was it one of them was Potter's house too?
Yep, Potter's house, Joel Osteen.
They
What's her name?
want right. They want to be rolling with the entertainers. I'm like, didn't God tell you that them two was not supposed to go together?
They flying on private jets.
Ain't that in your Bible?
And then I don't know if anybody's seen, after all those years of preaching that prosperity gospel, Creflo Dollar renounced all of that. He renounced all of that. He said I was wrong. Because he saw what it turned into. He realized what he turned into. All of them are spiritual pimps. They pimp people who are looking for something spiritually, who haven't realized that, God is within them. Their spiritual journey is within them, within their mind, within their own real life experiences. They're telling you something about cosmic things. We're talking about what's going on in your real life. How do you deal with losing a child? How do you deal with being homeless or being on the verge of being homeless? How do you deal with an abusive relationship?
Oh
How
my
do you
God. It was this girl, Kev. I don't know, it was YouTube. I don't know if it's thing, but she won the freaking lottery. This is just yesterday. And she gave them $700,000. Then they turned around and sued the girl for more. I said, well, goddamn, I'd be like, I was out. But these churches.
She promised more. Yeah, I think she won. I don't know the amount, but she won multiple millions. Right.
And she gave them 700. They sued the,
Right. But she told them she was going to donate $1 million to the church. Well, she gave them 700,000, and them son of a bitches turned around and sued her for the other $300,000. Now, again, this is a church. They say they're entitled to it because she got a blessing from God, so that wasn't her money, and 10% of that they was entitled to.
I was like, well, I got some cattle and stuff for you, because that's what it's supposed to be anyway. It ain't supposed to be money. I'll go get see, I'm saying, like I said, some people love the Lord, but nobody want to check. No, everybody church again. It's just like being in a cult. You can't talk about cults unless if you're in a church. You got to remember that's a cult too. There are some good churches. That's like that man. You see, they took his ass out of YouTube. I don't know. It's just allegedly. But that Stephen Darby,
yep,
that man was no joke, and he went really fast. Yeah, but all
did you hear the black dude begging for the Movado watch, cussing his congregation out because he called them cheap and broke because they wouldn't buy him a Movado watch?
I told y'all last year.
I told y'all last year. Y'all in September, y'all still ain't got it. Yeah, and then did you see? Well, I know you saw the other pastor because I think that was in Brooklyn, wasn't it? The dude wearing I don't know, $250,000. Yeah, allegedly $250,000 in jewelry. and got robbed.
Yeah,
Got robbed. Now, again,
and the church. Get the fuck out of
inside,
there. And they don't even want to hear stuff, right? They don't want nobody else stuff. They just want to hear stuff.
I
right?
don't trust none of.
Why
I'm
not
with you,
take it all, right?
I'm with you, Linda. I don't trust none because again, if I'm going to any type of spiritual, mental, physical enlightenment that I've come to in my life, other people may have been involved peripherally, but it was me that had to understand, had to go through that actual situation, whatever it was, call on whatever I call on within myself for strength, my higher power, my creator, and then watch things unfold. It wasn't nobody that told me. It wasn't somebody wished it upon me and then I got blessed because somebody else prayed that it happened. No, it happened because we got to stop thinking outside of ourselves in the sense that we don't give ourselves enough credit. We're never enough. Somebody always know more than us. We always got to think somebody knows more than us. He may have memorized more books than you have, but how can somebody tell you the way for you to heal spiritually or for you to heal emotionally from something? You know what your truth is. You know if you're not supposed to be with nobody. Your girls don't have to tell you that. Your mama don't have to tell you that. Ain't no self-help person on YouTube need to tell you, girl, you need to leave them alone. You know that before anybody else knows that. So why don't you think that applies to everything?
And then I've never seen like people who've been in the church forever. I've never seen them pass away and a church bury them. I seen people coming up with money, trying to get stuff. How does somebody give you tithes forever?
Only fish fries,
Right.
GoFundMe's, car washes, to raise money to bury somebody in the funeral that been in a member of that church for 45, 50 years. They die, couldn't afford life insurance because they giving all their damn money to y'all ass for tithes and offerings because they think that's gonna get them to heaven, and they can't pay for their funeral. And the church never one time say anybody that's a member of this funeral, member of this church, if they pass away, we paying for the funeral.
You don't even have to pay for the funeral. You in the church. This is what I'm saying. I can't understand that.
I'm just telling you.
You don't even need a funeral pot. It's done in the church. You
That's
could at least have a. Only thing you need a fund for is caskets. That's it. It's casket because you already in the church. I can see if you're not in the church, you need to go to a funeral parlor, but you're part of the church. So which means you're gonna be buried in the church. Then you still gotta pay the pastor, the pastor, and all these other and then some of them too, and them mofo. I wish I'm telling you, I wish I would have somebody knock on my door talking about you ain't paying no tithes, or we would have some problems. We would have some problems knocking on people's doors, talk about some damn tithes. We don't get out my face, because you know they do that.
Yeah, and this something small they could do. Okay, if I'm a church, right, and I know I'm a pastor of a church, and I know that I hold funerals at my church. If I really wanted to do something to help my community on a small level, but it's really a big thing because of the cost, I could say, hey, the tithes and offering that come into the church, we're gonna pay the light, the water, and the gas bill with that. And the rest of the money that's left over each month after we pay our bills to keep the church open so we can come here and worship, we're gonna set aside so that if any, and we're gonna hire a funeral home to prepare bodies for our church, specifically our church members, so that everybody's buried free of cost that's a member of this church. Now, wouldn't that help so many people? Wouldn't that help so many
but let's not stop there. First of all, you got a lot of people
in church.
But no, it's a lot of other little small things. Number one. Number two, you got a lot of people who's not working, they love the Lord. Why do single people or even married people have to pay all of that money First of all, you're not using the building 7 days a week, right? Why you don't have little daycare centers in there to help these young mothers out or these
Thank you.
newly people out? Why
Thank
why do we have to have community centers when we have churches?
Thank you.
That's on every other freaking block.
Thank you.
And it's also a 50C13. So basically, you're already tax deductible. So a lot of little things that they can do could help the
Help
community out. Like
directly.
crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. See, they want to talk about all these other things and investing in cryptocurrency. No, you know what? That's exactly two things that we do at the nonprofit that I work for, Sankofa St. Louis. I shout them out every time. Why? Because even it's not a, it used to be a church. The pastor of that church passed away, and the person that he left it to is my partner. He said, hey, I want you to do something with this, because he knew what he was about. So basically, he turned that into a community center. And now everybody in that community, not just the kids who participate, you know, at the community center in the programs and stuff, anybody in that community, anybody who has a child, there's a daycare that you can come, because most girls can't afford it, especially without the government assistance that they give them for childcare. They can't afford. That's one of the biggest expenses for young Black women. So guess what? There is a daycare. And guess what? You have enough people that wanted to volunteer, that are qualified, that got screened, that have the training, that you can drop your kid off there, whether you work overnight, whether you work 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, whether you don't get off until 5 or 6 in the evening. That's something directly that is 25 people that live over there that can say, man, it's such a help that I can take my kids over to St. Kofa. I know those guys. They work in the community. My son goes over there after school. He knows them on a first name basis. He had Mr. Kevin and Mr. Darren's cell phone numbers. He calls them a lot of times before he calls me when he have a problem at school, because they can get to him before I can. That's things that are helping people directly.
Now, Linda says rich people don't help either. Our own culture, they get successful, forget where they came from. Okay, now Houston says we the church, we don't need forward. First of all, if you read the Bible, God, Jesus preached on the highways and the byways, right? Jesus ain't never preached, and Jesus ain't never preached in the church or a synagogue, as they called it. He preached on the highways and the byways, which means he had his boots to the ground, okay? He had his boots to the ground, which means he just sat up. He just got anywhere he wanted and started preaching. Number one. Number two, I don't look for rich people to help us, because you know what? Their talent, their writing is their money. They can do what they want to do with it. Would it be nice if they help people? Yes, it would be more than nice. But that's their money. Our thing is to find our passion and find ways where we can make our own money. So sometimes we can't get money from them, but we can still learn from. We can still learn from them. That's just like I ain't helped Jay-Z write no rhyme. I ain't helped them write no rhyme or nothing. But the thing is, the best thing to do for them to help us is to stop buying their shit. Yo, it's like soon as you're a woman and you become rich, first thing they do is give you a sneaker deal. You got a skincare. I'm like, how many different ways can you use shea butter? My fucking God. Buy your own shea butter. It's that simple. Cocoa butter. Buy your own cocoa butter. They talk about, oh, we got all this good stuff in there. The same shit that grandma been using forever and had the best skin ever. Our grandparents had some good skin. They ain't had no bumps. It was beautiful. It was glowy. But now everybody has a skincare. I'm like, God damn. Everybody got a liquor. I'm like, God damn.
With the Black men, it's liquor. With the Black women, it's the skincare line, makeup line. You know, Rihanna, Beyonce, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all of them. Whoever's hot at that time, it's the same thing. And always remember, as long as you're a consumer
Mm-hmm.
and you're never an owner, you're always going to make someone rich while you're making yourself poor. You can buy, Rihanna's little line, whatever it is. I think my niece even buys her little line, Fenty, right? So she's a billionaire, I think. I think she just crossed the billionaire threshold, or she's close to it.
Mm-mm. She passed
Well,
it.
okay, she passed it. So she's a billionaire with a B. So those people who are buying it are all poor people. And it's taken from your net income to make her more of a billionaire than she already is.
Right. I'll be like, damn, how much money do the fuck they want? I'll be like, God damn, open it, let somebody else in. But you gotta remember though, they do things to get rewarded, these things. So we're not gonna forget that. But however how they got it, we just can't stop.
And you know what?
My God, the regular 99-cent stuff or the regular drugstore stuff is just the same thing as them without the packaging. Like Kylie Jenner had no reason being a billionaire off of freaking makeup. Are you serious?
And that's what's crazy because
and then her and all her three sisters, they all got cosmetic line. So which one is better? Because I'm like, don't y'all all use the same thing so your face look better than her face? Get the fuck out of here. I'm sick of these people.
And do you honestly want me to believe that the Kardashians are smarter than 3 other black women? Any 3 black women I could pick. You want me to honestly believe that they're so smart that that's what got them to the millionaire and billionaire status? We know what it is. We know what it is. And like I said, I could just, sometimes I almost try to imagine myself being white and saying to myself, these people know what we're doing to them, right? And they keep letting us do it. And not only that, they doing it for us. We don't even have to do it no more.
And then now the new thing is marijuana. And I'm like, now everybody got marijuana. I'm like, God damn. Now this one selling me, but this one got marijuana. That one, I'm like, it's too much. It's too fucking much. It's oversaturated.
And I'm gonna tell you why they legalized marijuana in a short. It's a couple of reasons, but I'm gonna tell you one reason that's sinister, but people don't even really think about it. They legalized marijuana because what does marijuana do? It makes you sleepy, lazy. So the more weed you smoke, the more people they put out there. Snoop, Wiz Khalifa, about how many ounces they smoke a day. They got everybody that's not locked up, that's not
everybody
dead.
That's not on the time clock, right? Like, no, they're not on the time clock.
Right.
You are.
And if you're smoking weed that much and you're in the streets that much, you're not doing that much productive shit. I'm sorry.
How my lights look bad?
Let me check, because I get in my feelings about these lights. Y'all can't play with Sugar about these lights, and that's all we ask. We ain't ask. Hold on. Let me refresh, Sugar. I think maybe my refresh tripping, because I know. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me refresh before I jump out the window now. Hold on. Let me go back. I got to refresh. We can't get 50 likes in this building. We can't get 50 likes in the building.
Can we get?
We got 29 likes. Oh, we only missing 3, Miss Leo. Cool, because my refresh is acting crazy.
Well, we missing them. Can we find them 3 likes, please? If they missing, can we find
Just
them?
come out the bushes and tap it and go right back in the bushes. We won't even know y'all did it. Just tap it and get on back in the bushes. Enjoy the rest of the bill.
Yeah,
Tony bring it. Y'all need to come on. We ain't gonna even speak on it, but we know what it is. Let's get our 3 likes so we can keep on pushing. And it may be that you just forgot when you came in. Sometimes I forget. I hit that little X, go back out to the homepage, boom, tap them real lightly, and come right back in the chat.
Yeah.
Up to date. I ain't missed nan comment. See? There we go. One more. Come on, Bush baby. Somebody slide out of there. Sassy, you back there somewhere lurking?
Oh,
Sat
Sassy,
12, did you tap that light when you
we,
came in and out? I don't think
Sassy,
Sat hit
we
that light.
getting on you and Golden Girl tomorrow.
Wait a minute, Sat 12, I'm talking directly to you now. Did you hit that like button when you came in? I noticed you done went out. I ain't seen you for a little minute.
I didn't see her come in.
Oh, she didn't come in? Okay.
No, but we got it.
She came in early. There we go. All right.
We got it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chat. Thank you, Chat. Thank you, Bush babies. We love y'all too.
Yeah, but like I said, out of anything, only thing they do is make themselves private. And if you're not part of us, you're going to hell. And I'm like, that's not what the book says neither.
At all, nowhere, none of the books.
Nowhere in the book it says, you know, be a cult, do suck on a cult leader, do everything the man say. I'm like, I don't remember none of this being in the book.
Anywhere.
And then to be a cult leader, and then you calling yourself God, but you always quoting the book. So shouldn't you write your own book? Now, the Mormons have tried, and then they tried and talk about some Nephi and Phi. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? I don't remember no Nephi, Africa, damn. Who is these people? You gotta check out the Mormons book. Now, I always try to skim a little bit in everybody's stuff.
Well, we know the Book of Mormons is made up. So
yeah. Anytime we tell people, everybody was white. In Book of Mormons, everybody was Caucasian, and then if you did something and got cursed, that's what turned you black. And that's the Book of Nephi. I mean, Ninja Bye.
And you know what's crazy? It was way back, I think, in the early '80s. They found out that John Smith, the person who supposedly found all these golden seals and that revealed the books of Mormon.
One who took a nice long nap and woke up.
And was able to translate these books. Basically, they found out that the whole story of how the religion was founded by the founder was made up. But do you know what the people did? You know what the Mormons did? Kept on being Mormons. They know that this guy made up this entire doctrine, but they're still.
Now, one thing Polite did do that I did like, when he was on the Mormons' ass, boy, he chased their ass right off 125th Street. How dare you come into our damn communities? How dare you come into our communities? And then you're going to talk about bring out a damn blood pressure thing to bring people over and talk to them. No. See, if I didn't learn nothing else from the Bible, I learned God said follow no man. I don't need to know no more. Follow no man. And that's one thing that stuck with me all my life. Follow no man. So if you're following a man, why read the rest of the Bible if you're not listening? I ran the Mormons off. I had to. Yeah, when you got too many questions, you will run them off. Jehovah's Witnesses too. When you have, because that means their cell pitch is not working. So when a cell pitch is not working, they will leave your ass so fast and find the next person that's going to listen to them. Because that's how they work. They bring you up in there. They see you listening. They gotta get what you used to call that back in the days when you saw somebody, a pick, a lick. I think it's called a lick.
Yeah, a lick.
Or something like that.
A lick.
Right.
Yeah.
They
coming up on a lick.
Right. They know when you was an easy damn lick. You know what I'm saying? So when you start asking a lot of freaking questions, they don't have no answers for it. That you are now saved. But then they teach kids in school Don't ask all these questions. Just to listen. See, our kids are confused because what we teach them, what school teach them, but even though they know they're not going to get in trouble by us, but they don't want to be in trouble and embarrassed in front of their friends in school neither. They're taught, and she's gonna be in here tomorrow when we get in her ass. But a lot of the kids are taught, with especially young boys, they're not supposed to be sitting down, especially with all of that energy, sitting down in one spot, just being little obedient kids. That's not what kids are supposed to do, and that's not how you're supposed to teach them, and that's not how they learn. You cannot expect a 4 and 5 year old who could run and play, then now, oh, because we give them recess. No, all kids don't learn like that. But then you want to call them bad, and then you want to make money off these kids and give them an IEP. Why? Because they're not supposed to be sitting down all day in one damn spot, listening to you teach. You're supposed to be a type of teacher that's supposed to be engaging. No, they don't do that.
Yeah. What happened to the interactive teaching? If you're supposed to be out in nature, why don't you have those kids out there in nature learning about the properties and the laws of nature and what plants are and what this animal is
They
and
don't
what
know
they're
that
functioning
shit.
about? That's my whole point. So let's stop talking about all this nature crap. Nate, that has nothing to do with it. That just appeals to people who want to get out of society for whatever reason. It don't have to be a nefarious reason like they running from something. I always used to feel like, man, I wish I could move off somewhere. I didn't never want to live like nowhere remote, all off from nobody, but I just wanted to live in my own little space where it might take me a little drive to get to other people, because I was cool kind of being by myself. But if I was the type of person where I got obsessed with that thought, then yeah, it might be easy for me to fall into a cult. But you know, all you have to do is listen to the Nicole. 9 girl is in the bushes. Hey, child. But oh man, boy, this shit is. If you're not a good human being, I can't listen to nothing you talk to me about spiritually or religiously. If I can see with my own eyes, if I can watch a video and listen to the words that come out of your mouth and watch your own actions, and I know that you're not even a good person, why in the fuck would I listen to you telling me something about enlightenment or higher self or spirituality or God? You're not even a good, decent human fucking being. That's all you have to do is listen to these people. Just listen to them talk. They'll tell you everything. Now, if you still follow them, then you have another agenda. Because anybody saying or listen to them for like 10 seconds and be like, man, who is this crazy? What is he talking about? But people who are looking for escapism, who don't want to deal with reality, who don't want to work, who want to be able to engage in all kind of fucking demonic and perverted sexual things, that it's a community for them. It's called the conscious community. It's called cults. It's called tribes. It's called poly families. That's all this shit is now. They get together. Each of them have a different set of hustling skills. One person may be good on the internet, going live, talking that shit, drawing people in, drawing in donations that way. Another person may be good where he's used to being in the streets, so they could put him in the streets and have 2 or 3 girls like Aya and Fufu and some other dummy and put them out on the street and have them and be pimping them and making money like that. Then you got another computer geek that's a dummy like True or Sassy, and you can have them out here, doing PPP loan scams, doing credit card scams. Then you got another, person like Sassy or Juju that the girls think is cute. Now you finna hustle the desperate chicks. You finna talk that good shit to them. You finna make love to their soul. They panties wet while they sending that cash out. Everybody play a role, but that's all this shit is. It's no more, no less. It ain't about no tribe. It ain't about polygamy. It's not about spirituality. It's not about none of that. groups of young people got together and say, look, we all got different skills. Let's put our shit together and we can run this shit. And we can get motherfuckers to send us money and we can live good in Airbnbs and drive around and nice shit and travel state to state and sometimes country to country. There's a lot of people that go to work every day that ain't been to Hawaii, Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, wherever they've been. All this, and they doing all of this off other people's dime. That's what their job is, to hustle you. That's why Nature Boy would always emphasize to them, what are you doing? What are you bringing in? Because if motherfucker can't hustle you, you ain't no good to him. He only want people around him that can hustle the public. He can hustle a certain number of people. Strong John can hustle a certain number of people. True can hustle a certain number. All of them individually. And then you put all that together in a pot, and Nature Boy gets that whole pot. They living pretty good. They living flyer than most of us. So that's why I don't have no problem putting my foot on their motherfucking neck till they can't breathe. I don't want them to be able to say nothing. I don't want them on no platform. I don't care what they talking about. I don't want to hear that dumb shit. They talk in circles about the same meaningless nonsense. Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready to start this, and I'm about to do this, and yeah, I was talking to some millionaires, and we're going to, man, shut your ass up. It's a hustle. 2022, the whole game of life is a hustle. They got kids hustling. They got our babies hustling now. They'll run up to you with a bottle of water and like, yo, how much? Hand him $1. And he's like, oh, they $5, OG. $5 for a bottle of water, shorty? Word? I want to give it to him just off the strength. It's a kid. But then I'm thinking, what if I give him $5, what am I teaching this little dude? That you can just hustle people and people get over and I'm supposed to support you because you black? Nah, I said, hold on, dog. Hold on. I say, so you mean to tell me you didn't walk down to that corner store down there and buy that big ass bottle of water for $1 and now you selling it for $5? I'm not mad at your creativity and your ingenuity, but let's talk about right and wrong. Is it right to do that? And then you doing it to a black dude. How you know ain't giving you my last $5 on the strength that you a little kid and I'm trying to help you? You gonna hustle me because I'm black? Or you gonna hustle me because you know you can get over on me? See, I have real conversations with these kids too. I don't let them ride either. You can't do fuck shit around me. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say what it is. But we have made all of the wrong shit normalized. We talk about this shit all the time. It's like, it's like a broken record that plays over and over. We say the same shit and nothing changes. So, I got to the point where I stopped doing some of the things that I was doing and just focused on like the shit I knew I could directly change. You know what I'm saying? If I couldn't directly affect something, like I can't change a community that ain't ready to be changed. All I could do is stop all these fuck niggas that think they gonna come out here and hustle us in disguise, acting like they trying to change something. Nah, I'm not gonna let you do that either. Because I put in real work out here, so I have a right to, call fuck shit when I see it. You out here hustling, scamming people, and you ain't doing shit to help people, I'm gonna call you on that shit. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big your platform is. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm not into social media. I come up here because I have a good time with y'all and with Sugar Love. Other than that, this shit don't mean nothing to me. I ain't never asked for no Cash App, nor will I. I don't have no channel because I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to be big in the sector. I'm not trying to do none of that. Nuh-uh, she ain't sleep. She going to gather them snacks up, Nick. She got to go in the kitchen. She got to get something to drink. Big old glass or something. She might bring the whole container of juice, Nick. She might not even pour it in the glass, just bring the whole bottle of juice. And then she getting her little sniggy snacks. She's probably getting some pumpkin seeds and some Some kind of chips. Some kind of chips. But nah, we gotta, for real. Like, we could talk shit to death. What's up, Sincere? How you doing, love? But we gotta just talk about more than just, these people, we know who they are. They're gonna be who they are, right? And we gotta call them on it. And we gotta do it in a way too to where it hurt their pockets. It hurt their pockets. Because that's the only thing they understand, because that's what their whole movements are about. Yep, ginger ale, pumpkin seeds, and tater chips, and a sandwich. Yep. She getting the whole, right. She getting the whole kid, ain't she, Nick? Tony out there, she back in the background, got us on mute. She back there gathering like a little squirrel, getting all her little Scooby snacks together.
Oh, shut up. That's all I heard. Yeah, and then Nicole set you up, right? Nicole set your ass up, right?
Look at the last comment on the screen.
I knew it was Nicole. Sincere, baby. What's up, my love? What's up, my love? You damn right I'm getting my damn snack. She know. She know the CeeLo.
She called it down.
Nicole, no. Soon as it hit past after, I could not be hungry at all. Soon as like 11:59 hit, I be eating my punch. You know I love my pumpkin seed. Yo, she know all my favorites. So whenever I go on down there, she gonna have my pumpkin seeds. They said pumpkin seeds is good. I'm trying to eat healthy food now. And my little juice, I know I got my grapefruit juice.
That's why I told her. I said, you ain't gonna need to pour it in a glass. You just gonna bring the whole little container.
You got damn. Damn. Y'all ain't lying, dude. I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all. Sure, I can't stand y'all. Don't forget, Sincere. I want you to look at some of Ms. Leo's stuff, just in case you want to order. Please order something from Ms. Leo. And Nene, please send her the picture that you want. I told you it's paid for. You just have to send it to her. Hey, Indie Tech, how are you? But please support my sister. I want her business to grow. I want her to be tired. I want her to be so tired of doing damn work that she needs to hire more people. We need her to. She's already a boss, but let her. You understand what I'm saying. Even though she's gonna still micromanage everything. None of the damn Leos are. They micromanage every damn thing.
Everything.
Micromanage everything.
To the detail. Hey, before I forget to chat, what's up, Indie Tech One channel? Listen, something I want to somebody said something about what do we do or how do we, fix this or something to that effect. A program that I'm initiating and I'm starting is I want everybody to think about this because it may not be for everybody, but when we're speaking about solutions. So we know how the economy is right now. We know what inflation is doing to everything, food, gas, everything, rent, it's going up, everything, right? So entrepreneurship is the closest we can get to financial freedom within this system, because we can talk about the system falling and all that. Right now, it ain't falling. So we got to operate within it. We got to navigate around it to the best of our ability. Entrepreneurship is one of those ways. I'm not saying it's the only way, and I'm not saying it's for everybody. But my thought on that process about entrepreneurship, if we can get 10 people within one community to have some type of business, I don't care what type of business, whether it's a beauty salon, whether it's a corner store, whether it's a beauty supply, a gas station. If we can get 10 people within any given community, then now we're talking about a change in the and you have something to leave your kids. So now we're talking about generational wealth, which again, all of that ties into solutions Small things we can do on a small level. Because if we can leave our kids a business, then we can leave our kids a home. Then that
Right.
means we probably
And then she does the work herself. She shows you the work, right? And then you get in what you want. It's not like you're picking out anything. You're the one that's saying, hey, I want this picture, I want this design. I'm going to show y'all my cup. But it's this Leo cup she gonna make, honey. Cause it's this Leo cup she has to make that cup. But I gotta get Nene out the way first. Cause right before you know it, everybody's birthdays is gonna be coming up and shit. So Kevin, your ass, you better look in here for something else, cause that's where your gift coming from.
Hey, I forgot to post my mug. She
You not showing it to me.
it's man, listen. Hold on. You know what? I'm
So
gonna
me
go
and
get
my hair look the same exact way, right? Because but I did my hair was long, but I did the chop and I started from nothing. So it's growing kind of fast. And what I mean by it is the same color and everything. Same color and everything. But I don't know if she got braids or she got it dread, but I twisted my hair. I said I'm sick of combing it.
And I want to say this about Miss Leo real quick.
Making quilts is beautiful. Once you make them, let us know. We'll support it. We'll support it. But I'm gonna go through her stuff really quick.
The quality of jewelry that she sent me, listen. Sent me a little care card in there with it, told me how to clean it, how to take care of it. Just top of the line. Like, I can't say enough about the quality of Miss Leo's stuff. So y'all support her, please.
I can't get to the next one. Why you acting like that? Why'd you acting like that? And I made sure I was the first one to click it. Ow. But this is a shirt that she's doing for people. If you need a group shirts done, she does that. Family reunions.
Class reunions.
Proud 2023 senior. Remember,
proud grandparents.
You can put whatever you want there. We already know she do phone and cell cases, but I want to get to the tumbler. Oh, that chain is so beautiful. I'm getting one with my mother and my daughter hand in hand. So I will always have their hands together. Yeah. But I got to get another picture to put on the other side. Oh, no comment yet. Let me write a comment. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Now she got a comment. And I'm going to give her. So now she got her first comment. Right? Guys, check out the tumblers. She got tumblers there now, and it keeps your cold and your hot. That one is mine. That one is mine with the queen, and I want that lion one because I know somebody's gonna steal that one from me. Them bastards. Somebody's gonna steal that one. That is beautiful. You be the queen that you are. Beautiful. Check out, but remember, you can put whatever you want on your tumbler. You can put and it's on sale. It's on sale. Check it out. It's on sale. Why give the money to big companies when she does it the way you want it? She does these hats. Get your hats together. You know, once our money get right, I'm gonna start ordering bulk stuff from her too. And then she need machinery and stuff. The more business you do, the more machinery and stuff that you need. So at least yeah, but don't forget that if you buy one of her tumblers, it'll be hot because the stuff going to stay hot with her tumblers, right? It's going to stay hot. But definitely check my sister out. And like I said, Ms. Rod is a return customer. She loves her work. She's a return customer. I'm a return customer. I'm a return because I like the fact that nobody has what I have. Nobody has what I have. And like I said, them chains, um, I for it was for I ain't gonna say the reason, but I got it. I was getting it for King Kev, of course. I ain't see the mug because I had to get his wife something. Did you give it to your wife?
Can I show you the mug? I went and got. I had to go get
Did
it
you
so I
give
could.
it to your Did you give it to your wife?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because she gotta know we love her too.
Yeah.
We don't
Absolutely.
just like your ass. We love her too.
I want to show you. I want to show you this mug. It was just. I loved it. I'm gonna put it up to the screen. I look crazy because I just got off work not too long ago. So, but I just have to show y'all this work because it's like I just could. I was like, I didn't even want to drink out of it. But anyway, I'm finna show you my
I
mug.
do not drink out of mine. I'm sorry. It's in the
Check.
showcase.
Can you wait a minute? Well, my camera's not. Can you see that?
I see the King Cat, but that's not where hers.
Huh?
That's not for your wife. She don't want to drink no.
No, I want to show you mine though. I can't find hers, but he's holding the little crown and she got Kev. But look at the other side. It says, I don't know if you can read that. It says King of Rebuttal. Look
Oh,
at that.
that is hot. That
Yep.
is hot. That is hot, bro. See?
So I love that, but I
And
want to show my
remember,
people too. Hold on, I gotta show.
Frazier signature. Drop the link, Daggy. I be forgetting stuff, and I be staying in trouble. Just keep dropping your link. And don't forget, guys, if you would like to donate to I got a GoFundMe. I'm trying to save the after school program. If you guys would like to donate to the program, I don't care if it's $5. Yeah, mother love. You know what? We all gotta put $1 or $2 in together. We gotta get mother love. Didn't get anything. We'll get mother love something. Mother love.
Yeah, we gotta put our package together.
I go to class now. The one I'm working on is my first. No post of it yet. My class is 3 weeks. Well, whenever you get it, let us know. Whenever you get it, let us know. Thank you.
Speaking of packages, Sugar Love, you forgot to send me the information I requested, ma'am.
Oh, you know I be forgetting stuff. Boy, I'll send it to you. I ain't worried. See, one thing about me, in the hood I'm in, I ain't worrying about nobody coming after me because, bitch, I'm not coming outside. I'm not answering the door. And you ain't going to sit out there and wait for me because you don't know what's going to take place. Yo, you ain't hear they've been shooting up all on the beach and shit. What?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
Wow.
No, once I'm in, I'm in. And then if I'm out, I know too many people. You ain't gonna see me. You ain't gonna see me. When I'm out there, I got so much respect from people. You ain't doing nothing. And then after a certain time, I don't hear the door. I barely hear the phone. I don't hear nothing. So you can wait. People like others. And I'm like, and if you want to do something with that, I will knock yourself out. My shit already fucked up. You're gonna fuck up more.
Right.
But don't forget, Linda, go click on Miss Leo's link and see if you like something. Because I would like for everybody, if they can, purchase something. And you got to remember, it's your creation. It is your creation. So if you have a picture, you may want your picture on the cup. You may want your picture on the chain. Oh, I like that damn keychain one. I just don't know who picture I want on the keychain. But I want that keychain. I think them a nice gift to give away to people too. That little keychain is really nice. But I'm trying to figure out who do I want on the keychain. And then they got me selling candy too. I'm like, I gotta sell candy too. God damn it. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's harder than I thought. I ain't got the patience for that. But like I said, that's the GoFundMe. Even if you could donate $5, it's okay. And I don't even know of all the pictures. I put the pictures, but sometimes it takes. I gotta get the right thing to take it from the phone to put it in the computer, so y'all can see the summer. But it was a good. It was a good summer, and I gotta get ready for the winter. All I require is y'all love. Yeah. But let's get back to this court case. So we're gonna get into to shiny nails and other. We're gonna get into
Elegant nails.
You're gonna get into the golden dust powder now, the golden dust.
Oh boy.
We're gonna get into him and homeboy tomorrow. But I couldn't stomach watching him. I'm like, this motherfucker really got his eyeballs tattooed. I'm like, well, hold up.
Yeah, they was drawn in there thick.
And
I was-
a lot of Egyptian, if you look at it, a lot of it is containing to men on men's phalluses, you know.
Okay. That i.e. he follows Nature Boy because Nature Boy says what? I love gay people. I'm attracted to trans. I'm attracted. Men are guys are androgynous. That's what he was teaching. That's what dudes. You gotta listen to these people, man. That's why we,
But
yeah.
if men was meant to be androgynous, you wouldn't have men and women.
Exactly.
If it
What
was
is
meant for us to be androgynous, I mean, sometimes being too hot. What grandma always say, sometimes you're too smart for your own good.
Uh-huh.
And that's still that remains true today. Sometimes people is too smart for their own good. It's much not needed information. Why teachers about quantification? How the fuck do we use this shit? That's what I
Exactly.
need to know. I'm sorry.
It's
YouTube. But how
it's
do now that we know about the dimensions, what do we do?
right. We know, okay, this is going on in a fourth dimension. How do we get to the fourth dimension? Or how do we use what's going on in the fourth dimension to operate in this dimension that we're in right now?
Well, I'm teaching you knowledge. Okay, what do I do with it now? What do you want me to do? At least I know. At least I know if I go to medical school, I know what to do. I got patience. I know what to do with the information. Then you learn about all these different rocks and stones and stuff. And I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do? Because I don't got this pink one. I ain't in love yet. I got this green one. I ain't got no money yet. You tell me carry these rocks and shit and stones. I'm like, it ain't working. And then you tell people, okay, sage. I'm like, do you know the most evilest mofos got saved and they ain't passed out yet?
Right.
Why keep a negative energy out the house? Produce the negative energy. How the hell? That's why I said leave that alone.
And see, they make it where like you almost don't want to support other black people because of the way that they operate and maneuver. But that's also a trick because you got to they took something, they took an idea and they used it the wrong way. So in other words, just say Nick said, you know what, I can't work right now, I'm on disability, or just say Miss Leo said, you know what, I can't do the 9-to-5 thing, I'm an artist, I'm a creative, and so I'm gonna do this as my living. Now I would rather purchase her stuff, send her a cash app, send Nick a cash app, than send somebody that's literally taking my money and using it for evil.
Yeah, the trick on fucking. I ain't even eating shrimp and lobster like that. Ninja, please. And you got to show me. That's just like once what turned me off of artists when they changed up the videos and then they had the money floating in the air, and they had the champagne falling. I said never again. They would never ever get a from not from me. I would not purchase none of their shit. My
Right.
money, you just pour my shit out, right? And then I seen a couple of them. Oh, let me burn this $100 bill, motherfucker. People
That's what I'm
starving,
saying.
and you
It's
burnt a $100 bill to show us that is nothing.
right. That's it because it was somebody else's money. It wasn't his $100 bill. It was some money somebody sent him, and that's why I'm saying don't let these people, like, I know black people now that say, oh, I won't patronize no black business because the way it is when you go in to deal with Negroes, you know how it is, blah blah blah. I understand that, and that's true, but we gotta understand it's nothing wrong with helping somebody, but you have to direct it the right way. Don't I'm not going to send my money to a 19-year-old kid like Juju that say, hey, I ain't going to work because blah, blah, blah. And because I'm a God and this, that, and I'm going to say, you know what? My mother's sister, Mother Love may be going through something, but this is what she does. She makes quilts. So check this out. Let's patronize her business. Let's call 5 people we know and have each one of them persons so we can support her. Now, she's not begging for money. She's not up here scamming people. She makes something. She's providing a service, and you're paying for the service that she's providing. That's how you support. It ain't that black people ain't got enough money. We just use our shit the wrong way. We give our shit to the wrong shit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to purchase a product of a billionaire. Why? We got people who make products on here. Let's make them a billionaire.
No, we don't. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
Oh,
And
my fault.
And it's crazy. And it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Once people say, "How do we fix the community?" Right, and then you showing them, "Hey, check out these people and they work." The numbers go down.
Right.
The minute you start talking about the other stuff, the numbers go back up. So what the hell you ask the question for?
And that's true.
That's the answer.
I bear witness to that. Tony will start, she'll go run people's products, their commercials, and people will leave because it's strange because I'm thinking, damn, how else are small black businesses gonna get off the ground if we don't support each other? And it's like, but then we'll tune in to somebody that we don't even know, and they'll say, yo, download this, get on my Patreon this, and it's a celebrity that's already a millionaire. And it's like, but and you'll pay, and it's like, and it's crazy. And it's like, just like another small thing, we always talk about what we could do. What can we do? Here's something else. Here you have a person, and I'm talking about Sugar Love, who provides a service to us. She takes her time. She edits videos. She put things together. She adds commentary. She allows other people to have their voice. We have a build on different things. That's a product. That's just like turning on CNN and watching them, but it's better because you don't get to interact with CNN. CNN don't give a damn about you. She does. We do. Let's support that instead of streaming some kid's song that's already a millionaire that's sipping lean and getting high. Let's send that $14 or whatever we pay a month to stream their songs. Let's send that to Sugar so that she could keep.
Send it to Sugar. Send it to Ms. Leo. It's people in here that and then I'm like, you can't go wrong with Ms. Leo because it's your creation. It's not like she got stuff there and she's saying pick one.
Go to
creation.
Go to Gucci that y'all love so much and have them custom make you anything. A wallet, a belt buckle, a cup. Tell them to custom make you one and see how much it is. And then you got a sister here, like I said, t-shirt, it's a 101. Whatever you want, she's going to make it for you. You don't have to go in and just buy what's on the rack, what they offer. You can be creative. We're all creative. Somebody might ask you, hey, girl, where you get that shirt? You know what, girl? What, blah, blah, blah. Now, boom, you send them right to Miss Leo. And Miss Leo would do the same thing. She's that type of person. She'll send people over here. Hey, check out my sister. She got a podcast. We be over there lit. We be chopping it up. Or, hey, blah. That's how we.
That's the main goal, Kev. If Lord serve us, right? We're gonna have our own podcast, right?
Yeah.
If the Lord, that's after we master this, we're gonna have
Right.
our podcast. We're gonna
Right.
definitely have our podcast. Yeah,
Everybody
everyone has a gift.
that good mother, the Queen Mother speaks again. Is short but sweet. She said something earlier too that just was she's so profound. That's why I said we have to recognize where our wisdom comes from. It don't come from 5 million years ago. It comes from right there. Mother loves logic. That's our Queen Mother. She brings wisdom to the table. Let's support that. Let's support her. Let's make sure she's good. She feels
Yeah,
protected.
but
She feels
see,
cared for.
you gotta understand, Kev. The problem is with this manosphere and these Cocoa Puff men, right? And then with these cults and the conscious community, a lot of people don't get to utilize their gifts because they're told that the man leads, the man do this, the man do that, the man do this. So a lot of their gifts go to waste. And this is another reason why we do these videos. So people won't sacrifice what God gave them to do because some man said you gotta cook and clean. Ain't that much cook, motherfucker. If you working a lot, ain't that much cooking and cleaning, period.
Well, even with the men,
I had the video. Lady said by 18 you should have 3 kids. Bitch, if you don't get out my face.
even with the men, remember, because you talked about that several times, Sugar, about these guys, Solar make beats, Pisces rap, what's his name, Caliber rap, Musa produced, maybe. All these people have talent. But again, just like Mother Love said, if everyone has a gift,
Did you hear Musa fake ass video?
but you can misuse
Did you
what your
see Musa fake ass song video?
no, I didn't.
Oh, I show it tomorrow.
Yeah, we have to,
Fake ass
but
shit.
you can misuse your gift. Or what if he would have been? What if Nature Boy would have been right and he nurtured those people's gift? It's no talent, no telling what they could have done as a group. Instead of being a cult, they could have been a group and said, "Look, we brought these kids here. They were young. He wanted to produce music. We got donations because they showed them doing their gift. They're out here in the community or whatever." They could have went a whole nother way, but they totally misused the gifts they had. And what did they do? They used them for evil. They used them for manipulation. Oh, this one's cute. She can get money. This one's real, a sympathetic figure. She can get donations. See, they all had gifts. They all still have gifts, but as long as you choose to misuse those, nothing good is gonna come of that. That's gonna be the very thing.
I'm trying to find a video of Star singing because Star sounds way that Star sounds way better than Material. Star can sing, but I can't find that video.
But you're gonna stay stagnant even if you have a gift, if you haven't decided that you know you are in control of your own life. And they still looking, all of them girls, they still attaching themselves to these ex code members, but I can't even really say ex because they're all still connected and they're all still doing cult behavior, all of them. So it's like you can't really say ex. They all are still participating.
And the same way Nature Boy bust Velvet Head in that damn toilet bowl, the same way old Mac bust that girl head in the damn wall. Same shit. Why everybody, all these women heads getting busted to the white
Listen,
man?
I've never met a woman in my life, and this is the truth. I've never met one single woman in my life that did not have a talent or a gift. Not one. And honestly, I could say, and I'm not trying to cape for the women. I met men that have absolutely no talent, absolutely no will or desire to even develop the ability to do anything meaningful. But I've never met one woman that didn't have some type of gift. And it's like, but again, if you misuse what God gave you, and you sacrifice that for somebody else's will or somebody else's desire, then it's almost like you don't have it. If you misuse it, you don't have it.
Yeah. And
You
women, and don't forget, guys, if you are not able to donate, please pass it around. That's all I ask. Pass it around. If you're not able to donate, just pass it around. Maybe somebody you know would like to donate.
right,
Just pass it on. You know, that
and they can actually see that it's not a scam, it's not a hustle, like most of these people. Because again, people like us that are really trying to do something, we get tainted by all of these scam artists and these hucksters that come out here running scams about everything. They even use the kids, but
we got an event coming
they
up
can actually click
tomorrow.
on, yeah, they can actually click on this link. They can see for
Hey,
themselves.
Miss
They can actually,
Apples, we
you
got
know
an
what I
event
mean?
coming on tomorrow. Maybe if you're my Facebook friend, I might go live so you can see the It's gonna be an R&B party, the
See,
10th. We got like three. I got three more events coming. I'm so sick of giving out book bags. I swear for God.
I
But we
know.
bringing it. But they might not know. But we bringing out Hot 97.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a big old party. That's gonna be the 10th of September. So I still got a lot of things planned. So
And
I'm still.
anything that you go live, I'm gonna share that live when you go live on my Facebook page
Yeah,
and
because
I'm
you
on
can't
my
share it here because
Instagram.
it's an
Yeah,
R&B party tomorrow.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's not really my event. But I'm going to help out with that event, so
Yeah.
that I can't
Anything
go
that you
live
do,
here because I'll be
yeah,
copyright strike.
yeah. No, anything that
But
you do,
Facebook, I won't get copyright strike.
yeah,
You
anything
can
that
try
you do,
to
I'm
add me as
personally
a
gonna
friend
put
on
your stuff.
Facebook now. I found out what the
Yeah.
problem was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we was trying to figure that out half that day, but
And you can add me as a friend now.
okay.
But
But
I
yeah,
try to go
it's a
live.
lot of small things we can all do. We just have to be creative. But as long as we don't
See,
do those things, then those kids are gonna turn to people like this because
but
this is who they
see,
see.
that's where men get the game fucked up. Let me explain something to you. When they be like, "Oh, the women gonna die alone." No, y'all men gonna die alone. First of all, everybody dies alone, unless me and you dying at the same exact time at the same exact minute. Then we died together. But everybody dies alone unless you taking somebody with you. You all die alone. But you got the game fucked up. A lot of these women that will suppress themselves, you
Mhm.
notice after 20 years and their kids are grown, these women is filing for divorce.
Oh yeah,
Everything they suppressed, they want to live their life now.
yeah.
So y'all motherfuckers dying alone. We ain't
Well,
dying.
that's what I'm trying to get these kids, the young boys and the young girls to understand is that we do need each other. We need each other, but we also have to learn that we have to be strong individually as well. Because when you have two strong individuals that come together, that makes a powerful team. And when you do that community wide, you build a strong community. And that's what it's about. That's what we're trying to teach in all of this. We can argue all day long about who doesn't do what. We just have to be for real about identifying the problems. And certain people you're not going to convince of something. Be with people that understand your train of thought, your frame of mind, and where you can come up with solutions. Where we could talk about, like we've just sat here and discussed several things. Some, you know, I've always believed that we are the most creative people and we can always figure out ways to make money to make a living without necessarily having a 9 to 5 if that's not your thing, because there's ways legally without scamming, without hustling people, to make money legitimately outside of the typical 9 to 5. Some people prefer to work from home. If that's your dream, do that, but make sure you do that and you're not doing nothing illegal, or you're not doing nothing that's detrimental to you and to this community. And then teach other people how to do it, so that if they have that same goal, they can, hey, I know how to work from home. I know how to make money on the computer doing X, Y, and Z. Because there's, like I said, there's many things you can do. Some people, and like I said, if you're an artist, put your shit out there. I definitely support people like that. if you paint, if you're a spoken word artist, different things like that. I like to support people. Just as long as you legit, that's all I ask. And I am gonna run a check respectfully. I'm gonna trust but verify. If you dig. And
This
but
man,
long,
this man totally changed up, right?
yeah.
Now I'm gonna show him really quick, but being that he changed up, he's gonna probably strike. So I'm gonna show a little bit, then I'm gonna show it on my other page. Oh, not today, but another day. But he totally changed up. But this is the shit that they're on now. This is the bullshit we have to hear now. And I can't wait till we go down that rabbit hole. But listen to this shit. Right before we listen to it, he already got the warnings. I ain't really got to show the warning. But
Fair use, fair use, fair use.
I'm gonna show my fair
Educational
use
purposes.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
Now this is the shit that we got to deal. We put my own little banner there because it looks cute.
Hey.
Still stripe the page, but this is the bullshit that we have to hear now, right? Whenever the sound comes in. Here you go.
Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Wingo.
He used to be like talking about men and women, but now since Kev passed away, it's like he's taking over that. Now stop taking women on dates, save your money, and have standards.
Time to get down to business.
And I used to
The goals and your dreams first, and they're on the back burner. That is when they're going to have respect for you. A woman is not going to respect a man that want to see her every day, be up under her all the time, always interested in being up underneath her. No, she's not going to respect you. Because she see that you're up under her all day. What are you doing with your time, brother? What are you doing with your time? You spending too much time thinking about women. You following all of these dating coaches, all of these channels trying to tell you how to hook up with a woman. Those guys worry about women too much. They're not thinking about themselves. When a woman is truly feeling you, bro, she gonna do everything for you. This is one of the problems you brothers don't understand. When a woman truly feeling you, bro.
That part is true.
Or is she playing games? So you know what's so interesting about this live stream? I got your ear. I got your attention. You're listening, right? But see, I don't see the likes matching the views. I see 152 people in the building and only 110 more in these games when it comes to getting the likes on the video up. We got to stop the stream. We got to go on. Receiving information and knowledge and truth, you got to give something back. You do know that, right? That's what.
Let's get to the
Because
show.
that's pretty much what's going on these YouTube streets. That's why there's a lot of issues with black men. Because all of these guys are trying to say the same thing, but they're all getting their information from one source. And it sounds rather crazy. You know how many content creators, if I wanted to expose them publicly, I could? Literally embarrass them word for word, the way they just copy. I'm talking about copy.
Nicole, here come my snack.
Everything I say. And they never show any love. They never say, yo, shout out to such and such as. Who? When it comes to dating. Never take advice from a woman when it comes to dating. Dating as we know it as men is completely dead. Dating is over. It's finished. You cannot date in today's day. The game is over. That's why I have a cold heart right now. I don't care no more. I don't care about nothing. I only care about my health, my family, children, wife, my goals, dreams, ambitions, and hobbies. Because I understand there's a problem in society and we have to address it. So Let's take a look at this video. Let's find out exactly what this young lady has to say, because a lot of women are just like her, attractive, but wasting their life away. Women like her are just gonna grow old, wasted their whole life away on social media, being eye candy for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of men. And in her heart, she believed that, man, I'm so beautiful. I got all of these guys. They all want me. I could pull all the guys. So she think. Those guys are not trying to wife her. They just want to have sex.
Which is
I don't know why ladies can't see that.
Which is true.
I don't know why women can't understand that. The majority of men just want to smash. That's it.
I agree.
It's very difficult for you ladies to find a quality man because you don't want a quality man. When a quality man come around you, you reject him. You say he's boring, he's lame. You're going to learn that in this video, brothers. You're going to learn everything that I'm talking about. You're going to walk away from this thing understanding women at a greater level. And you know what's so interesting about this?
What?
I'm going to show you 2 video clips from the same woman. And both video clips contradicts themselves.
Move, dog.
It's going to make you say, wow, thanks, bro, for pointing this out. That being said, let's cue up the volume so we have everything in its proper perspective. Let's review this video now. Let's review what she had to say. She's teaching men on how to date women. That's what she's basically teaching you guys. Let's see how a woman teach men on how to date. And we're going to break down, is she giving you the proper information? Let's go.
Hey fellas, when you take a woman out on the first date, don't make it a dinner and a movie date. Ooh. Unless that's what she likes. If she likes to go to a dinner and a movie, take her there. You guys belong together. Just remember, first date, first impression. If you want to stand out, you got to do standout things. All right? Let me give you some ideas. Take her to a game. Take her to a basketball game, a football game, a soccer game.
I like that.
Game. Did I say it already?
Yes.
Take her to a game.
Have it to a
I
game.
would say the best 2 types of games to take a female to would be a basketball game or a soccer game.
No.
And the seats are definitely affordable. You just have to look for it. So I don't want to hear, oh, that's expensive. Do you like her or not? You can also do something much more interactive, like arcades or amusement parks or like horseback riding. Those are all good ideas for first dates.
No.
Right. Comedy shows are a great first date. Just don't sit in the front seat. If you know, you know. A music concert, a jazz show, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all the tea. Okay, I'm trying to give y'all.
I agree. She ain't say nothing wrong.
A jazz show, an R&B show. Find a local artist. The shows are very inexpensive. You can do it. Put your back into it. And a lot of guys will be like, "Oh, I don't really know where to take a female on the first date," but you just gotta listen. 10 times out of 10, she'll tell you what it is that she likes to do.
Exactly.
And you just base that off of what you plan for the first date. It's very easy. If she talks about she likes to drink red wine and she loves art, take her to a sip and paint. A museum. Y'all be sleeping on the museums. Do not sleep on museums. They are a great first date idea. Also, festivals like music festivals or craft festivals, wine festivals, stuff like that. Amazing places to go for first dates. I'm trying to help y'all out here. If you want to step out of the norm, the boring, the basic, the tired old dinner and a movie thing, those are ideas that you are more than welcome to use, and you do not have to say thank you. I trust you to do the right thing. I trust you, God. Hey.
Now, you heard all of that she had to say, right? We're going to review that. We're going to break all of that stuff down. Let's watch another clip so you brothers can see what I've been trying to teach y'all for so long.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the clip.
We
actually reviewed this particular clip before, but for edification, we must review it again.
I hear phone.
You're boring and nice as a man, don't date. Okay? If you are a boring, nice man, do not date. And don't let a woman find out that you're willing to spend money. Okay, don't date. You're boring, you're nice, and you're not shy with the credit card. You're gonna get used, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally, but you're gonna get used.
What I said.
Okay? She's either gonna come to the conclusion and say, all right,
he's too nice, but he's boring. I'm not feeling it. Maybe we should go our separate ways. Or she's gonna turn around and say, well, damn, he gonna tell me yes anyway. I might as well keep it coming. It's gonna go one of two ways. All right. You'll have the genuine woman that really cares about your well-being, or you'll have the woman that's just gonna use you because you're freaking nice and boring. She's going to end up being with a man who's not boring. He might not be nice, but she's gonna be like off on the side, probably doing her own thing. With that being said, okay, it is absolutely not a guarantee that she's gonna have a better experience with the guy who might not be boring, but also not nice. It's just to say, don't be surprised if your girl, you find out she's been, you know, doing a little extracurricular activities with another man, and you be like, wait, what? I never saw that coming. Like, that's not for you. You're too good for him. Well, yeah, I know I'm too good for him.
Wow.
But he's not boring.
Wow.
So, as I said, it's either going to be intentional or unintentional, but it's likely going to happen. So if you are boring and nice, please find a hobby, but don't date. You're boring.
Now, you see the two different types of videos? You notice that she's saying two different types of things? Are you seeing the contradiction, brothers? Are you realizing what's going on? Do you see what's at stake? This is what you got to deal with, brothers. This is the madness that we got to deal with. So now, let's break down the first video, review this one, and we're going to come back to this particular clip and review that as well. Because as men, we got to know exactly what we're getting into, because you would think that a woman knows what's best when it comes to a date. You would want to believe that, but actually, she don't know what she's talking about, because you're not supposed to be following the lead of a woman. You're not supposed to be doing what a woman wants. You're a man, right? So why are you spending money doing all these different things? Why are you doing this? What's the end goal? And who said you had to do that? Whatever happened to simplicity? Whatever happened to the basics? Why do they feel so entitled that they got to go here and go there? Let's break down the video and find out exactly what's going on. Let's go.
Fellas, when you take a woman out on the first date, don't make it a dinner and a movie date.
Now notice, she said don't make it a dinner and a movie date. In other words, a dinner and a movie date is now boring, brothers. A dinner and a movie date is now boring to the modern woman. Let me say it louder for the people in the back of the class. A dinner date and a movie is now considered boring and lame to modern women. That don't impress them anymore. They don't even want that. Look at her response.
Boo! Unless that's what.
Do you see that? So when you want to take a woman on a dinner date, I need for you brothers to understand that's how they feel about you. So if they go on the date with you, they just did it just to get some free food, a free movie. But they're really not feeling you. Eventually, she's going to flake on you, ghost you, and then she's going to go out with the other guy who's doing something different. This is why I keep teaching you brothers, hashtag no dinner dates. A lot of you guys are still fighting this. You know? Some of you guys are going out on a date later on tonight. You know? You're preparing. Matter of fact, one of you guys are right now ironing your clothes because you're going out tonight. You just got back from the car wash. Your car is looking good. You know what I mean? And you right now pressing your shirt, ready to get ready to go out. And you're sitting there in amazement that I know that you're about to go out. You got to cancel that date, bro. You're violating the rules, fam. Come on. You got that woman out there feeling great right now. She's like, yeah, another simp is about to take me out. I mean, look at yourself. You went and washed your car. You know good and well you weren't trying to wash that car. But you did it because you're going out with a woman. About to waste all your money. I'm trying to save you, bro. I'm trying to save your money, your time, you know, the waste of energy that you're going to be there sitting talking with a broad that really ain't feeling you. You know. But I guess you're going to have to learn the hard way. Anyway, let's go.
She likes. If she likes to go to a dinner and a movie.
Notice, if she likes to go to a dinner and a movie, notice it's what if she likes, not about what you likes.
Take her there.
Notice that. If she likes to go to a dinner and a movie, then hey, take her there. And notice her facial expression. Do that look like a woman that's feeling you? Do that look like a woman that really want you intimately? No. She feels she's entitled. She feels she's entitled to this. Something you're just supposed to do.
You guys belong together.
You guys belong together. Look at her face. You guys belong together. Because you want to take the woman on a dinner date and to a movie, she's looking at you like something wrong with you.
That's
how
not
women
what
see
she
you, brother.
said. Hold
The
up.
basic dinner date and movie is played out.
That's not what she said. Maybe I'm confused. Catch me up. Because from what I heard, she didn't say nothing wrong. She was just saying, do other things. Catch me up now. What's going on? Kev,
Yo,
what did she say that was wrong?
nothing. He heard what he wanted to hear.
Oh, okay, because my daughter called and yelled at me.
See, you got to be fair. First video, she said, I'm giving y'all suggestions. Do small things, miniature golf, blah, 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 museums, paint and sip. Now, he was so ready to say men shouldn't take women out because women don't appreciate it, that what she said, he turned that into that. He heard what he wanted to hear. And that's what happens in relationships. That's what happens when black men and women try to communicate. The conversation goes right past each other. I noticed that when I listen to people talk or try to talk. The men are so ready to tell a woman everything that they're doing wrong, and that's the reason that men are like this, and the women are too busy trying to talk over them to tell them that they're independent and men aren't this and this is what, and nobody ever hears what the other person says.
Because all
They
I
go,
heard was suggestions. I would love for a first date to be at a basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he went, but he skipped past that because she said, don't make a dinner and movie a first date. He goes, but she said that on the first video. But what she was saying was she was expounding upon that, saying, if that woman doesn't like that, be creative, because that could be boring if that woman is not into that. Don't lock yourself into the standard movie and dinner date. That's all. That's how I took it.
That's what I heard.
He heard what he wanted to hear out of that, because he was already set in his mind that this woman is, she just thinks she's cute and everybody want her, and listen, she's contradicting herself. It's like, be fair. If you listen, you might actually learn and understand something that you might have had a misunderstanding about, or that you might not have looked at in a certain way. Like I just listened for what she said. Matter of fact, if you go back in the chat, I just said maybe 5 minutes ago, she's speaking all facts so far.
Okay, Martin says the thing she listed was fine, but I think so was a dinner and a movie date. She never said that wasn't fine. She's saying if people want to do that, then they can do that. But she's saying that a first date, have some fun, get to know each other. Like I heard her specifically say, if you're talking to somebody, you'll get the idea of what they like to do.
Right. And Martin caught that because he said, dude is just hung up on the fact that she doesn't like dinner and movie dates, which is true. That's why I said, when you already in your mind frame what you feel like they're trying to say, you don't hear what they're actually saying. She's saying, what if you meet a woman that doesn't like dinner and movie? What if she says, okay, you're sitting in a movie for 2.5 hours watching a movie, so that means you're not talking, you're not getting to know each other. Generally, if you're at dinner, you're not talking a lot. You're talking in between the appetizer, the dinner, the drinks, whatever. So it's like, and that's basic. Like, be more creative. What do you like to do? Turn her on to something you like to do.
Especially if it's a good game. I'll be glad if a chick saying, you know what, baby, let's go, play off or whatever. She said, find good. I even heard her say, find good seats, find good prices. It's not that expensive. A sip and paint don't cost that much. Matter of fact, the sip and paint is cheaper than a movie and a dinner.
But this is the whole thing too. See, now when we're talking about dating, we have to talk about how cheap the date is or isn't. See, we don't because see, if I said this to, and this is a symptom of like the problem. Like, so if a man was to say to most women today, hey, listen, I love to go out on a date. What I want to do first is kind of just have a date so we can kind of break the ice and get to know each other. So it's not uncomfortable if we just get to dinner and don't have anything to say. So how about I pick you up and we'll just grab some snacks and go sit out at the park for a little while, sit in the park and just, I got a blanket, I got some wine. We'll just sit there and kind of get to know each other. Or if you don't drink, whatever, we'll sit there and have a conversation. Most women, and I heard women say this, oh, that's just a nigga trying to be cheap on the slide. I'm like, what? But see, again, you have to keep further on in the conversation to figure out where the disconnect is. See, men don't do that. We like, see, I told you, she just like all them other broads. You try to take her to get to know her, because you ain't spending no money. Now she don't want to do that. She want to shut that down. But see, again, because he heard what he wanted to hear. That's what happens when men and women talk to each other. That's where that's why I said we need to have these we're messed up, man. We fucked up. It's like, but how do you get a person to listen who's not focused on listening? That's not their intent. Their intent is to show you how right they are and convince you to change in the way that they need you to change so that they're comfortable.
And she said exciting things that really targets what men like. She didn't even target anything women like.
Listen,
besides the sip and paint, everything like laser shooting and stuff like that targets men. You will have more fun. At least she took it out of. She put it the way I heard it. She put it in a way to whereas he can have fun and she can have fun.
And I'm going to let you know that I'm willing to engage in things that I know that you like, just to show you that I'm interested enough in you to go to a game. Right. And then but see, again, what man is going to be mad at a female that says, hey, we don't have to do the movie and dinner thing. Listen, it's a game in town. I'm a lightweight sports fan, and I know you a big sports fan, so maybe I could learn a little more. That's something I'm interested in. That's something you like. Hey, let's go to the game. What man is going to be like, nah, he going to be like, what? I want to marry you. Where's your mother and father? I want to meet them right now. It's simple things.
That's how I end up keeping on my men. They find out I'm a sports fanatic.
Listen,
I'm okay. And I was way more into it than they friends. They stopped inviting the friends over, and we was watching games alone. You would think it was a bunch of people in the house, but it was like really just like me. I would just be into it.
Even if you're slightly into it, a man is going to be like, wow. Because you know what that shows a man? That you're willing to sacrifice for him. He knows most women, we know most women don't like sports, and we're not mad at that. But for the fact for a woman to not only not complain about us watching it, but to actually sit down and just really even have a conversation and ask questions. Hey, what's the score? What quarter they in? Is old boy back? Is he still hurt or is he playing? Because I go for them when he's playing because that's my boy. Dude, for a man, that's just that little bit of engagement right there says to a man, that woman cares enough about me to even if you faking it. I love the fact that she loved me enough to fake interest, but just the fact that she shows a little interest in something that I love, that's a commonality. That those little things, it might sound stupid, something like that, but that forms a bond with people, because now that man is gonna say, no, I don't want to go down to the Fox Theater and watch no Madea play, watch Tyler Perry in no dress. But guess what? my girl want to get pretty and put on a dress and some shoes because we don't really go a whole lot of places. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch this play with her, and we're going to crack up and we're going to laugh and joan on these people and laugh at the jokes. That's how you create what you need in a relationship. But everybody is like, nah, she trying to trick me out of money, and he trying to be cheap, and this, and everybody trying to argue about stuff that really it don't. And that's where and that's where it stops. Nobody goes further in the conversation. Why do you feel like I'm being cheap if I'm not spending money? Or that woman needs to ask that man, hey, why you feel this way about this? Or why are you taking what I said this way? But the conversation never continued.
Right.
Like
So
dialogue.
Okay, let's finish seeing how he breaks her down.
They look at that as lame.
Lame.
That's why she's making those expressions. So when you tell a woman you're taking her out to dinner and to a movie, they're not impressed, bro. This is why I've been trying to tell you, brothers, for years.
What?
Nobody's listening.
We heard you.
This is how they see you.
Really?
You're wasting your time. You're wasting your resources, your money, everything.
Huh?
Just remember, first date, first impression.
Notice that. Notice that.
You want to stand out, you got to do standout things.
If you want to stand out, let it marinate, brothers.
By doing something different. When she's saying do first things or first impression, the things she named are things that will stand out to a woman if you were to do something outside the box. But again, he heard what he wanted to hear. She didn't say nothing about the cost of the date. She said first impressions are everything. Make that first date memorable. Do something memorable. Take her to a museum that she's never been to and actually know things about the art or the history that's in that museum, or the whatever the items are that are collected in that. Know something, be knowledgeable, teach her something. Those are memorable things. See, but he heard exactly what he wanted to hear. Ladies, this should be a lesson for y'all. When you say something, just know that most times men hear something totally different. And I'm gonna be quiet. I just had a point.
He heard something.
He heard something. Not both men, but men like that. Just identify.
You a man too, and you ain't hear nothing wrong with what she said. You a man.
Right. That's why women have to be observant about the men that they're interacting with and dialoguing with, and what they're really saying and what their energy is giving off. But I'm finna mute up because this dude is good.
I mean, this content, I'm telling you, no holds barred, cat. We going after everybody. Fuck it. Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Read her thoughts. If you want to stand out, you got to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who's paying attention in class.
Okay.
What exactly is she saying?
She said what she meant to say.
About first impression. If you want to stand out, stand out from what? Who in the chat got the answer? Let's see who's paying attention. Who in the class is paying attention? Because I see a lot of people responding, but what's really going on?
Yeah, please tell me.
What are your thoughts? What's really going on? Conservative troll.
Huh?
You got the answer. Congratulations.
The other guys, that's not what she meant. She meant stand out as a person.
See? We have someone in the chat that's paying attention in class.
Oh.
That's someone that understands.
What?
They can see the light. She want you to stand out from all the other guys that she's going out with.
By a basketball game?
She's not going out with just you.
What?
You're not her only prospect.
What?
She's talking to other guys besides you.
What?
That means she don't respect you.
What?
Can't you see?
Where the hell you get all that from? She only asked for a basketball game, a sipping paint. She just tried something different. Be a little adventurous. I don't know where he got all that from. Well, let's go. God damn.
If she's going out with other guys, brothers, that means she don't respect your time.
Huh?
Because she's basically saying, single? In order for you to stand out, you're going to have to do something more than these other guys that I date.
That's not what she said.
That's a red flag, brothers.
That's not what she said,
That's
brothers.
a red flag to let you know you shouldn't be taking her out. You're wasting your time and your money.
Really?
Because she's going out with other guys.
That's not what she said.
There's another guy tapping it. There's another guy hitting it from the back. You just don't know. A lot of times you guys, you go out with women, you take them out. Nice dinner date. Everything seems to be cool. And guess what? Right after you drop her home, guess who she called? Guess who she called, bro? She called Tyrone. And he comes to...
That's not what she said. That has nothing to do with saying, let's go out and have some fun. I don't know where you get, well, I got other men, so you got to stand out. That's not what that meant. That meant do something out of the ordinary. Cav, help.
It's okay. There's still nothing wrong in what she said, because if 4 guys take her to a dinner and movie, and I take her to a sip and paint and take her to the batting cages, who is she gonna remember out of the 4 of us? Those 3 guys that took her to dinner and a movie, or is she gonna remember our date? I took her to go-karts, and then we went to paint and sip and go-karts or whatever.
She said amusement park. She said that too.
That, again, communication. You see how you can, a person can totally, you can say something and really explain yourself pretty thoroughly, and a person still will take what you said and put their own spin on the narrative. You have to be aware of that. You have to recognize those signs when you talk to men, when they give you certain responses or they respond certain ways to certain things you do or say. You have to be able to spot these kind of guys that are going to take everything that you say and twist that in some kind of way and make it seem like you're saying something, you know, against them, or you being, you know, it's crazy. Because I didn't hear anything that she said was in any way like, oh, see that she's sleeping with other men, she don't respect you. She didn't say. If she's a single woman, she's allowed to date more than you. You didn't say this is a woman I'm exclusive with. You said this is a woman you're taking out on a date for the first time. Right? Didn't he say that? This is a first date. She's giving first date suggestions that are outside the box. She's giving men tips. These are the things that make you stand out from just the average guy that'll do not the average guy, a guy that'll do the average thing, the regular thing, take you to dinner and a movie. That's average. That's regular. That's boring. That shows no thought. That shows no creativity. You're going to do that anyway at some point in time. You're going to watch a movie. You can do that at home. Instead of going out for a dinner and a movie, say, hey, listen, I'm reported to be a pretty good chef, and I'm pretty proud of my cooking skills. Why don't you come over my place? Let me fix you a nice gourmet dinner.
Oh, I like that. I like them type of men.
And we can pull a movie. Yeah, and we can pull a movie up on Hulu or whatever, or watch some old Def Comedy Jam and laugh at Martin and all the old comics when they wasn't famous.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Now again, but see, that's if I'm saying, hey, you should stand out. How are you taking that? I'm sleeping with somebody else and I'm just after your money. She didn't say anything about money. She said, you need to stand out. That's if you're on a job, right? And you want to get promoted. How do you get promoted? You stand out. Yeah. Nobody said kiss ass or get other people fired. They said stand out. That means work hard, be on time, do the things that show initiative. You know, things like that. But see, a person, if you say, oh, hey, you know, they'll take that and try to twist it and say, oh, well, he got to kiss up it. No, nobody said that. If you want to get promoted, you have to stand out. If you want to be noticed by a woman, if you want to stand out from other men, you have to be able to not outspend them. It's not about the money. You have to do something to make a woman go, wow. He really took a little time to really think about what he wanted to do.
Or like she said, he heard some of the things that I liked.
That's what I said. He took the time to figure out something interesting based on what I like, based on me. That takes thought. That takes concern. That shows you care. So again, he's taking something that's totally innocent in what she said, and he turned that into she banging everybody, she don't respect you, and she gonna use you. That's it. So now, if a man really listen to him, that's not really seasoned in dating,
read the comments, they do. If you can read the comments on his side.
So now he done just probably messed up a whole batch of young guys. I can see him, but I can't really read them.
And I can't open.
Yeah, no, but I can just imagine, because again, to a young dude that doesn't really have a father figure, a male figure, and this guy is a little older than a 19, 20-year-old, he's talking, and then what he said, it sounds like it makes sense. But that's because that person who is resonating with is inexperienced with women. He doesn't know anything about women, because he would know that what this dude is saying doesn't make sense.
Because I'm trying to figure out what I can see. Should have said, I gotta go to a 5-star hotel. I mean, a 5-star dinner. I want souffle and women. If he doesn't give you, she didn't say none of that. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But we're gonna hear him out, then we out of here.
Okay.
Kevin, we ain't gonna never know what we're gonna be into. I just want to let you know, okay?
All right.
We ain't never gonna know.
To the crib. Tyrone
I might do this video tomorrow and be like, Ringo, what the hell are you talking about? That might be the title, but let's go.
That's to her house, bro. She didn't want to let you inside the crib, but right after you dropped her off in your nice car, she called up Tyrone.
Who said he got a nice car?
Text that brother.
Damn.
And says she's in the mood.
What?
She kind of feels some type of way. She need him to come over.
That what she
Tyrone
said?
didn't have to take her nowhere.
Well, damn.
Tyrone is in the crib between them cheeks.
What?
Tyrone is in between them legs.
Damn.
Tyrone getting it in. You just finished spending. Tyrone ended the night by getting what you supposed to get.
What?
But because you're a simp,
oh God,
you walk back to your car.
God damn, here we go.
Thinking you the man because you were out with a pretty lady. Because you know the sister she's attractive. Might have the filter on right now, most likely. We already done know how that go. She got the makeup on. But I checked out her page. She's naturally attractive. But guess what, bro? You ain't tapping them cheeks.
What?
Another guy is. Balls deep.
Who said that? Over dinner?
And she's not gonna tell you.
God damn.
But she'll definitely go out with you again. Because you're the guy that likes to spend money. Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, let me give you some ideas.
Don't take her ideas.
Take her to a game.
Take her to a game? No. The only game we're gonna play is Connect 4 naked.
You hear that shit? But let's go.
You understand? The only thing that we're gonna play is we're gonna be playing with each other.
What?
I'm not taking you no game. I'm the sport. Bars.
I don't know about that.
She want to go to a game? You be like, cool. Let's go to the crib and let's play some games.
Mm-mm-mm.
But that's boring. No. We're going to do what I want to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Take her to a basketball game, a football game, a soccer game.
Basketball game, football game, soccer game. What I want to do with that, listen, why would I want to be there when I want to be in between your legs?
Oh, my God.
See, brothers, this is what I mean. A lot of you guys have to really listen to what I'm saying.
No, please don't.
You want the woman, right? You want to feel on her body, right? Okay. That's what you're supposed to be focusing on, letting her know. I'm not here to take you to no basketball game. I'm not here to take you to no soccer game, no football game, sitting in the stands, and it's hot outside. I don't got time for that. You're looking too good. I want to be between them cheeks. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Oh, Lordy.
That should be your focus. Her.
Mm-mm-mm.
Getting to know her. Vibing. A one-on-one. It's so interesting. You guys would pay YouTubers for one-on-one counsel sessions. But when it comes to a woman, you want to take her out and be all in the public around a bunch of people. No, you're supposed to be private. It's supposed to be a private affair, just you and her. So you can look in her eyes and the fire can start to burn. And then before you know that, you between them cheeks. Listen, what is the end goal of getting with a woman? What's the end goal? What's the point?
Have mercy.
See? What exactly is the point of you getting with a woman? So you could take her to a basketball game? No. You want to smash. She knows that already. But what they're going to do is they're going to try to get you brothers to start paying. Paying for this, paying for that. These women just want to be entertained, fam. They go to work, they come out from work, they got like 8 different guys that could take them out. All of y'all got your own car. She's laughing at you guys. If you already know how funny it looks to the neighbors every time they see her walk outside into another car.
Oh God, I can't take no more. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is I can't take. He done made this lady. She probably single. He done made her a whole whore. This Kevin, go on. Say your speech so we can get out of here. Let's go, Kevin. King Kev.
Yes, I had to get my little food. I'm sorry, but yeah, dude is a mess. He all over the place.
Now I don't get why he was so upset about the dinner in the movie thing, because going by his rant, he also be upset with that. No, he's saying that don't take her nowhere but to his bed so he can hit the sheets and see you. He was slam bam, thank you, ma'am. That's it. And talking about she got all these men and she got 8 cars. What the fuck I do? I didn't know you know her personally. How did you see? I don't know why women don't do response. Women, they take these videos and they don't do response. So now she's put out there like a whore.
But nah, I think anybody listening to it that's fair-minded, they're gonna listen to that and they're gonna see the same thing we saw.
Not
But
them
see, this
pills,
internet,
not them pills, and not that man's fear, not the pills.
no, I know.
Whatever they say is gold.
I said people who listening that are fair-minded.
Oh,
see,
God.
you're never gonna change their mind. It's almost like trying to get, Kevin Samuels to see your point of view. He feels the way he feels, but you have to understand, if you disagree with him, you really don't have to argue with him, because you're not going to change his mind. You just know that you can't date men who think like that, who follow that type of thinking, period. That's just it.
That is,
hold on 1 second.
That is crazy. This is why we need mentors in the community. Exactly, mother love. This is exactly why we need mentors. Because I already told you, I had some younger kids who watch these things. At the end of the day, you're going to pay for it regardless. You're going to pay for it somewhere down the line. You're going to pay for it. Because money is to be spent. If you want to keep your money all to yourself, then keep it to yourself. You is a married man, so your money go to your wife and your kids. Now, as far as you being a single man, if you want to keep all your money to yourself, but you want to hit the skins, then keep your money to yourself. Money is to be spent. Nobody's saying let somebody take you to the cleaners. I'm not saying that. Chick, you ain't taking me to no cleaners. I'm not your Herb. I'm not your HE. RB, but I'm an HEAV. But either way, it's the way you do it. But if you're gonna be with a woman, you supposed to spend on a woman. She's supposed to spend on you if she has it. But that's supposed to spend on each other. If you want to keep your money, then keep your money. But it ain't no slam bam wait, thank you, ma'am. I ain't
But
taking her nowhere but to the bed. She
you know
want
the
to play
crazy,
watch sports. I'm the sports in my bedroom. The
and you know
fuck?
what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that? They say that they, like you said, they want to keep their money to themselves. Except they'll go to the strip club and throw hundreds of dollars, and then on a woman that they know only wants their money. She don't want to have a conversation with you unless you're spending money. Then yeah, she'll come and sit on your lap and act like she's interested in what you're saying because you're paying for that lap dance. Then they'll turn around and the same guy who thinks all these women are out for his money, like I said, will not only spend his money in a strip club on a stripper that only wants his money, then they'll turn around and say, well, you know, every woman wants my money. So what woman doesn't want your money? What does a woman have to do to prove that she doesn't want your money? And then by the time you start doing all of that, you kind of put a damper on a relationship because I don't know. It's just like you said, if you know, if you're a man, or you'll see him, you know, you'll just see him throwing money for no reason, spending money on dumb shit, but they're concerned with it. It all goes back to ego. I blow my money in a dumb way if I blow it, but I just don't want it to look like a woman made me look stupid and took my money. I don't know.
Well, you look stupid. Fine, but my thing is the purpose of a man really getting a job. Purpose of a man having a money, a shiny car. That's to attract women anyway.
Exactly. Why are you flying women out if you don't want women that just want you for your money? What do you think a woman wants that you're flying out? You just met her in a club, exchanged numbers, and 3 weeks later, you haven't talked to her in the preceding 3 weeks. Then you call her and tell her you're gonna fly her out and fly her out. Come on, like, are you serious? You think that woman wants a relationship, or do you think she's getting flown down there because one, you're paying for it, and two, she thinks you have money because you're able to do that. But then you'll say you don't want a woman that only wants your money. It's like it's a contradiction. It's just a contradiction. If you're that worried about women taking your money, why would you spend your money on a stripper? They brag about going to a strip club and throwing money at a woman who
They even got a gun to shoot out the goddamn money.
at a woman who only wants your money. Or you pay for a prostitute who only wants your money. How are you solving your problem? You think all women want your money, but the only women you're dealing with is women who only want your money.
This is ridiculous. He done had the girl. He done made a girl a pure hoe. You know. So, I mean, we already know in this business, there's nothing that you could say that will be right. We already know that. Whatever, unless you're saying whatever would you like, whatever would you like. If you're not saying that, whatever would you like, everything else is wrong. Everything else will be wrong. Walk like a dog. Put my
Right.
feet.
There's no middle ground between the manosphere and the feminist movement. It's like you're either all the way with us 100% or you're 100% against us. But we all know there's a middle
But
ground.
the feminist movement is not really bothering nobody. Who are they bothering?
Men.
What they doing?
You can't tell a woman nothing that she's doing wrong.
But that's not being a feminist.
No, but I'm saying that's what the feminists are doing. I'm not saying that's what an actual being a feminist is, but that's what the feminist movement has created. They made it to where if you're a man and you say anything about a woman, you canceled, you're bullying, all of these things. It's like women ass can be corrected too.
But that always been like that. Hey, underrated darkness. It always been like that with women. It had nothing to do with the feminist movement. When women just, they do have to be corrected. I agree to that. So everybody needs to be checked. But that had nothing to do with the feminist movement. That's just a woman. that feel like everything that she do is okay and her shit don't stink. Yeah, your
Right.
shit stink too.
But the one who backs that up is the feminist movement. They went too far the other way to counteract the manosphere. You get what I'm saying? It's like, why can't a woman be corrected without it being negative? We can correct a man. I can tell a man, listen, man, that ain't right, bro. That's you know, that's foul. But if I say to a woman the same thing, it's like, why are you a man? Why you being aggressive toward a woman? It's like, it's gotta be a balance. We gotta be able to say shit to each other without everybody being so sensitive about everything.
Yeah,
but
at least I can understand that coming from a woman. I can't understand that coming from a man who's supposed to be masculine. Not the fact of checking a woman. Checking a woman, I'm not referring to that. You're supposed to check a woman. Like I said, her shit stinks too. But I'm talking about all this whining shit about, well, you know, she wants to go to a basketball game. She want, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be serious here. You
no,
can't.
because that man, listen, that man is undateable. Women have to understand that. Men, if certain men are undateable. You right, Nick. I mean some stir fry right now. But look, my bad, y'all. I didn't mean to be rude eating while I'm talking, but
well, I do. Nick catch your ass every time.
Nah, for real though. Listen, it's gotta be a neutral ground. Like, women aren't always right, and neither are men. That's a given. We shouldn't even have to say that. So why is it always that it can never be both? Men want to blame women for everything, and women want to blame men for everything. Come on. We're not getting anywhere.
Nope. And if people don't realize that, that's another device to keep us from growing as a people. As long as we keep them separated, then how can they come together as a people?
Thank you.
If they're separated and saying stuff like that, like, I don't know where in the world you get from, you know, stand out and take her to different places. She just saying things that she like. I don't know where he get. Oh, she calling the next man. The next man is there. She got 8 more men. She want to make sure you better than the other men. Well, she should be making sure you, like you said before, she should be making sure you better than the other man. Duh.
That man is damaged. He's undateable. No woman. See, he don't deserve none. See, women, y'all stop giving dudes like that. Stop giving them some. Because everybody, come on, like, okay, he just made a great point. You should have to stand out, because check this out. If a woman doesn't stand out to me, then what makes her attractive to me? If she's just like all the other chicks, what would make her stand out to me? Not how much money she has, her character, her personality, her likes, her beliefs, her principles. Those things make you stand out. Money was nowhere in that.
And she didn't say, she specifically said, you know, find tickets that don't cost too much. So basically she's saying, I'm willing to sit in the bleachers.
Exactly. But he missed all of that. That went right past him, because she want to use you. She banging somebody else soon as you drop her off in your nice car. It's like, come on, bro. You assuming this dude got a nice car. Maybe she went out with a dude with a regular car. Maybe he's got a Honda Accord. Okay.
I know.
Maybe he's got a Honda Accord, but he's assuming. See, again, some people you can't talk to. Some people are undateable. Some people you can't have a rational conversation with.
And he's married with kids, and so, you know, he got his wives and his kids and stuff. But you're teaching classes. Like, that's not, I mean, maybe that's how he treat his women. Maybe they got to walk around naked like Nature Boy girls do, you know, all day long. You know, maybe see, again, this is why women have to be careful. You got to be very freaking careful. These men want you barefoot and pregnant. You gotta find somebody that's just like you. Not just like you, but the same type of mind frame that you have. I just want to be regular. All this extra bullshit, I ain't got no time for that. I really don't. All this extra. Let me teach this class. Let me school these men. Why would you school them? Why would you put that thought in their head that she and the fact is, how did nobody even listen to what she said but heard everything he said? That's the thing. Y'all ain't hear nothing she said. Y'all heard everything that, and it's a shame that it's men coats that's like that. It's a coat. It's a coat. And that's what these men are doing. I don't see when men and women is getting together and they're having like just regular conversations. And all this other stuff about holding each other accountable. Listen, I ain't did shit to you. You can't hold me accountable. I ain't do nothing to you to be held accountable for. Now, the person who I did something to, that's who I need to be held accountable for. But all this women need to be, no, we don't need to be, nobody needs to be held accountable to the whole entire race. You need to be accountable for the person you fucked up with or who you did something with. And that's the person who you should be speaking to. You're a stranger to me. So I'm accountable to you for what? And vice versa. Remember, it goes both ways.
Right. Because you're having a conversation, all this about a first date. You taking all this from a first. How do you expect to even try to build something with a woman when this is your reaction on a first date? Because, again, remember, we're talking about a first date now.
And then she'll be a hoe if she do get in your bed and get in your sheets. That'd be another video. Yo, you can't fucking win. Fuck it. You can't win. But we will be covering more stuff like this too, because this has gotten way out of hand. It's way out of hand.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't even know how we change it. I don't know how we get back to normal. Where we can just, like you said, I just be wanting people to be regular, like have regular conversations like men and women used to. See, we come from that era. A lot of the people right now that are talking about this are 30 and under, and they haven't even ever had a regular relationship, a long-term relationship.
It's to the point that women are now speaking upon not having black men babies. I mean, it's gotten to the point that men have said so much bullshit that now I seen videos where men say that they're more likely to date out of their race, but not the black woman. So now I can do whatever I want to do because I know you're not going to cross over. So you're going to stay with us regardless. Now you got the woman saying, "Oh hell no, I'm crossing over too. We're not giving you no more black babies." So our whole race is fucked up. Every which way you put it, from the conscious community, from the unconscious community, from the spiritual people. It's like all these different daggers was thrown in here so we cannot become one.
Exactly, because unity will negate everything that holds us back. But if they can break down unity, even on a level between a man and a woman, then you definitely can't get a large group of black people together, because you can't even get the man and the woman to be in agreement, to be, working for one common cause, because each side is so suspicious of the other one that it's like, even when you try to do something right, try to do something good, it's looked at in a negative. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. But that's what we do to each other. And it's like, when are we going to see that? Like, everybody else can see it.
As long as we got the people that they calling simps, no, y'all the simps, because y'all the one taking classes to learn what not to do with a woman. You're the simp because you need somebody to teach you. So who's the simp? You don't see these quote unquote simps as that y'all call simps out here taking classes, learning how to not treat a woman. You're the simp that you need the next man to tell you what not
Yeah.
to do. Who is more of a simp? A man who can stand on his own or a man that needs a teacher?
Right.
You need a man to say, don't spend money on her. Take her straight to the bed. You need somebody to teach you that?
But then, you're gonna say, I'm not gonna wife her because she slept with me on the first date.
Thank you.
See it again, and now, but and look, it's gotten to the point where I guarantee you, if I had a podcast and I said, listen, I'm playing it down the middle. I'm gonna play it totally neutral. I'm gonna call a ball, and a strike. When a woman's wrong, I'm gonna tell them when they're wrong. Men, when y'all wrong, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm kind of the moderator, right? I guarantee you, nobody would watch because nobody wants to see a fair argument.
Right.
The manosphere wants to see the men bash the women, and the women's sphere wants to see the women give it back to the men the way that they feel men have been giving it to women. And that's where we stuck.
And the one thing that I'm totally confused on. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. But they said the education don't matter, right? To a man. So does that mean that our parents should never put us in school? Does that mean from fourth grade education is good enough? Does that mean eighth grade? I mean, what do you mean education doesn't matter? Because you have to go to school. You have to go to school. That's by law. Even if it's homeschool, that's still education. But you said it doesn't matter to you guys because we're supposed to be housewives. So does that mean don't go to school at all and don't learn nothing? Just be wherever you want us to be or have your mind and your thought. I'm confused. What the fuck does that mean? Should
Well,
we stop in eighth grade? Should we stop in seventh grade? Do we finish high school or
why would
just high school but no college? What the fuck is you talking about?
a man that's looking for a wife that wants this woman to be the mother of his children, why would he not care about her educational level?
Oh boy, you've been missing the subject. We get into them. We will get into them. We will get
This is
into
the person that you're putting in charge of raising your kids, and you saying her education doesn't matter to you.
them.
Well, you know what? You know who it doesn't matter to? Men who look to control women. No, they
And
don't care
then
if you're
and
educated
then
because they
and
want you to be
then
totally dependent on them.
and then if you have kids, well, you know what? You keep your daughter in the kitchen and you only teach the son because her education don't matter neither.
What if I want to homeschool my children?
But you gotta homeschool them, but you only can homeschool your son because
But you're not
education
educated.
don't matter. So
But
you
you're
gotta
not
raise your
educated.
daughter.
You're not educated enough to even homeschool the children because I'm gonna be at work making the man. He's gonna be at work making the money to take care of. So she's got to be there taking care of them. So she's gonna be the one homeschooling, but she doesn't have enough education to homeschool her kids because you didn't care about her education.
Listen, let them motherfuckers know because this shit is ridiculous. But some of the videos I be watching, I'm like, what the
It's
fuck?
silly. It's just silly. At some point, it's silly. The only man that don't care about a woman's education is a man who wants to control a woman. When you don't, of course, you don't care about her education. You don't care about her interests or her hobbies because when you look to control somebody, you want to control what their hobbies are, what their likes and their interests are. That's men who want total control. I don't want total control over no woman
But a
at all.
man needs to know it's never going to happen. You can make any video that you want. You can turn all the men away from us that
Exactly.
you want.
Exactly.
We are not complying. Period. Because and it's not to be disrespectful to men. It's not so I can say it's because we want education. We want a job. Is we want things to do, but rather than sit home and wait for you guys to come home because that causes arguments and problems in a relationship too.
Exactly.
And then that's why after 20 years and the kids are grown, she wants a divorce because she's been constricted for so long. And in her mind, shit, my time ticking. Kids are grown. Bye.
I've heard men say, I don't want my wife working. Now, let me say this. If you and her come to a mutual agreement that you as the man, you make enough money to support the entire household without it being a financial strain, and you and her both agreed that, hey, we want to do a non-traditional thing. I want my wife to be home raising my children. But again, okay, that's cool. If y'all decide that, that's cool. But that still doesn't mean that she shouldn't be educated too, because that only opens up more opportunities for the both of you. Because if she's at home, right, presumably she's taking care of the kids, she can start a home business if she's educated. But if she's not educated, she won't have the ability to do that. And like you said, then she gets bored sitting at home, and 20 years later she'll realize her whole life went by and she doesn't really do anything or have anything for herself. And she'll divorce her husband after 20, 30 years. Now he's sitting there looking crazy because even though he's got money, his ass too old to really get a woman to want to be bothered with him. Not the
Yeah,
women he
but
wants.
we're gonna be the ones to die. As they said, we're gonna die alone.
Die alone.
Everybody
That's
gonna die
unfair.
alone.
Die
What
alone.
you talking about? Everybody die alone. I don't care if you got a mate. You still gonna die alone.
Hey, listen, Uncle Kev, he didn't die alone. He died with something on top of him.
Wow, hey.
Rest in peace, Uncle
But
Kev.
he still died alone.
I'm
With the
joking,
piece
but
on
nah.
top. It is what it is.
I'm just saying,
It is what it is.
we don't even. It's sad when we can't. We can't even disagree. Everything got to be a war. It's got to be an all-out battle. It's got to be kill or be killed. It can't be like, hey, damn, you know what? I see a little bit of what you said, and then the other person, yeah, and I see a little bit of what you saying. I just didn't look at it that way at first, but you brought, and then it don't. That don't even exist no more. Nobody's trying to really listen. I watch, because when you watch most of the podcasts now, that's what most of them are about. Whether it's the Fresh and Fits or it's this person or that person or Kevin Samuels, it's always men-women relationships. Men-women relationships.
But
Men are
now
toxic.
that's where the money is at. Toxic
That's what.
relationship. Because that's
So,
what the ops put out there. This
so
is what I
again,
want y'all to do.
exactly, and that's why I said I wouldn't have no 50K subscribers, 75K subscribers. But if I was talking like Kevin Samuels, if I came in and tried to, and just like the Nature Boy flunkies are doing, and I came out and I was on that same bullshit, I might blow up tomorrow. They'd be like, I hate this dude. His name Kevin too. It might be his nephew. He talking that same shit. People will tune in. But if I'm being fair, nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody's gonna listen to me. It might be Nick, Mother Loves Logic, and a couple more people over here, and that's it.
Even when Youngblood, he got confused because he been listening to them for so long. He was misunderstanding what the women were saying too.
Exactly.
And then, like I tried to tell this guy yesterday, I said, first of all, age play a lot in the conversation. Because what you saying at 20 and 30, I'm not saying that at 40 and 50. No, it's two different conversations.
The only people who argue that point is young people, young inexperienced people, because they haven't grown to be 50 yet. They think they know everything at 30.
Right.
I've lived almost double your life, so don't you think I've had almost double the experiences that you've had? Come on. Like, it's not about I'm trying to son you. It's about really listening to people who can tell you, like, these dudes are your same age, some of them younger. Like, these are all young guys.
But even if you don't listen, don't try to school me. I mean, you don't have to listen to me, but you can't school me now because I've been there, done that. You understand?
Exactly. How are you that damn
it's okay. I can't make you listen. But don't try to school me.
It's sad. These little dudes, these young dudes are really, really damaged. See, I never, even though things was the same way in our generation, you had
Oh,
chicks
we
that
didn't school them.
no, but I'm saying as far as there were always certain type of girls that was just, you know, you know what they was about. But the reason why it wasn't such a big like clash men against women back then is because it was like we knew that those certain kind of women existed, just like we know a certain kind of men that existed. So they were outcasts. You know, we don't agree with that. We don't ride with that crazy shit you talking about, mistreating women and feel like you should dominate women. Nah, we ain't going for that. And just like certain women, it's like they'll be like, listen, I'm not saying don't a man that you're dealing with shouldn't provide for you, but you don't be out here straight out selling ass or acting like you prostituting for money. It ain't that serious. Get your own
Yeah,
money.
but see,
But
it's
it was a
like
little more balance in the advice.
that
Now
is
it's
true.
just yeah,
That is
that's all
true.
I'm saying.
That is
That
true.
because
But
women would pull young girls' coats back in the day, and they would
yeah,
tell them, "You
yeah,
definitely don't be laying
yeah.
down with a man, and a man don't marry you and won't commit to you, or you just sleeping with a man to get something. You don't do that." And they'll school them, and just like men would school young dudes back in the day. Man, you're not gonna be putting your hands on a woman and talking all disrespectful to a woman. You don't want nobody doing that to your mama. So the advice was a little more centered. So that young dudes and young women they got sound advice like you wildin', cut it out. That's not
And
what you do.
then you can't get mad at the women for wanting money because that's what men taught other men how this is what you gotta do to get this
That's what you
woman.
got to do to get
You
them,
gotta spend that money, you gotta get that car, you gotta
and
have
that's
some
what
money, and you gotta take so this is what
men do that
you taught
exact
the
thing.
right, you
If
taught
you're the
the
dope
men to
boy,
spend the money. Now you're teaching them not to spend the money. I'm like, what you gonna do? Not
yeah,
taking it with you.
okay.
Period.
It's if you're the dope, if you're one of the top dope boys in the city, and you got the nice ass car, luxury car, foreign shit, and you walking in and you throwing thousands at the stripper, and you making it obvious you pull knots and knots of money out your pocket, you might get the top chick in the club, the most attractive, baddest chick in the club. But what do you think she's going to expect? What you showed her, that flashy lifestyle, that money, that
Yep.
luxury. So you can't blame her for wanting what you showed her that you have to offer. You think she's supposed to go, I'm not paying attention to I love you for you. She don't even know you.
And I
She's
wish that
basically
man, I wish I would meet a fucking man and he talk about they at my house. Anyone, yeah, I hear what you saying. Yeah, it sound good. But any woman who go for that shit, you know what, you deserve everything you get. You deserve the same thing them nature nut bitches deserve.
right, right.
Any man I meet. Well, no, baby, we ain't going nowhere. Um, stop taking women on dates, save your money, and keep your standards. And I'm gonna keep my drawers to myself. Bye. I wish a ninja. Though
Now,
I can't even beat no man. But I might be so mad he may catch these hands. I'm serious. I'm
let,
serious.
let, let me ask
Imagine.
you. Let me ask you a question. Okay, on the opposite side of that, what would be wrong with a man giving a young man this advice? Listen, you're not stupid, young dude. You know when a woman is using you. So you already know what that is. So you don't have to think that every single woman that you're dealing with is trying to use you. Use your judgment. You're not dumb. Use your judgment. But unless a woman shows you that she's trying to use you, you treat women with respect and you give her the benefit of the doubt if she gave you no reason other than the fact that she's a woman and somebody else and told you, oh, watch out because all these bitches are scandalous and all they want is money. And if you don't want a woman to come after you for your money, don't throw money at her face in her
Mhm.
face as if that's what you're trying to attract her with. Have a conversation with her, find out what she's about, find out what type of person she is with her family, find out, just things
Well, if
about her.
you got money, I'm sorry, it's always gonna be about the money first. Until
Of course.
until you take some of her suggestions. which her suggestions was nice. Even if you rich, she never say spend your money. She said a basketball game, a park.
You know what a rich
She
dude?
she named regular stuff that you could sit back and really learn each other.
But you know, a dude with money is not gonna do that. He's not gonna take your suggestion. He going this is a rich dude, and I'm telling you from a man's perspective. This is a rich dude's point of view. Listen, that's cute and all that, but I don't need your fucking suggestions. I'm the one with all the money. I'm the one paying all the bills. I'm the one sponsoring the trips, the boobs and the butt jobs and the Chanel bags. I don't need your advice. Be
Birkin,
quiet and look pretty. That's the only.
baby, Birkin.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
joking.
you're right. Chanel's old. That's showing my age, but you know, right? You know, but that's their attitude. So women got to realize, like, when you meet a dude that's got excessive amounts of money, he's gonna be an asshole because he can afford to be, because he's got way more options than just you, and he's gonna let you know that. Stop trying to shit on a man that's making 60, $70,000 a year. That's a decent living. He can take care of himself if he's making 60 grand a year. He can take care of himself. But he's a broke ninja. Like, just readjust your priorities and understand what you're saying. If that man makes $60,000 a year, he's bringing home 5 grand a month.
No, but you
Bring
know
it
what's
home.
sad? It's sad to
5
say.
grand a month.
But you know what? It's sad to say. But the men who don't have no money and the men who got a lot of money, the ones who make average, them the ones that are married. Them the ones that are married and doing just fine.
Right,
But
right,
the ones who's broke have women problems. The one who rich got women problems. The one they're
exactly.
calling simps, they're the ones got a steady life. Because majority of
You're
everybody like
exactly right.
every majority of the men, not all, majority of the men that I know who got regular old city jobs, I have not came across men that are not married.
You right about that, sugar love. You 100%. The only dudes that's having woman problems is dudes with a lot of money and dudes with no money. The dudes that are the regular, like you said, hardworking blue collar dudes, and that's not some dude working at McDonald's. I'm talking about these are dudes who are construction workers who are making $25 an hour, $30 an hour. These are dudes who, you know, you work at the airport. These are dudes who, have their own small businesses. These are the dudes that are installing your cable. These dudes are making a decent living and they can take care of themselves, and they're usually solid, stable dudes. And those
Mhm.
dudes are just they don't they're good. They're okay for the
They
most
them
part.
the ones got the wife because the wife appreciates seeing that man come home every day. She appreciate him coming home tired, and she don't mind, baby. You know what? Relax yourself. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Here, I got this, I got that, because
right,
they see it every day. That man
right,
get up every morning for a job he don't like or a
right,
job he don't care for to take
right,
care of family. So they appreciate it. Now, for some women taste that might be not enough for some women taste. She may want what they call, see what all this high level shit is all new, and the only reason why the woman is saying high level and they saying high level and high value, because the men started that, because they hate the fact that the middlemen are doing better than them, so now they're trying to draw attention to them, because they're jealous of the men that they quote unquote call simp. You the one got to keep screwing different women every day to feel good. They good. The men that you calling simps, they good.
exactly. You know how many black men make $100,000 or better a year in this country, in just this country, that these black women have access to? Less than 0.05%. 1% of all men, black and white, Asian, all 1% of all men in total are in what they call that high value category. 1%. So you're trying to take 100% of the population of women that are all trying to go after 1% of the male population. How is that going to ever work?
And then, if you were so high value, you make too many videos to be high value. Number one. Where you find the time? High value men got meetings, not meet and greets, like meet and greets. No, we
Right.
on top of. I work for a real company, real people, do real business. You don't even see they ass on the internet.
Right.
Yeah, they make money. They start off small and then they become big and act like they superstars off YouTube money. Because YouTube became your job and the stupid shit that you speak got you paid. But the real men, the real high value men, you don't see on YouTube.
No, because like you said, they're in high level business meetings. They're making business deals at all times. They're working 50 and 60 hours a week. They never making damn video. And again, like I said, outside of YouTube, I know what they said Kevin Samuels used to do, but I couldn't really told you what he did for a living if they wouldn't have came out and gave like his little bio when he passed and was saying he was he worked for this corporation and he did this and he was a stylist and he did.
He
I never,
sold cologne. That's it.
well, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have known by anything that he
He
spoke about.
styled one person and what he did was he faked it till he made it. Like he sold cologne. Because if you look at all his, I did a video on him. You look at all
Yeah.
his earlier videos, all the man did was show you different scents of fucking cologne. That was it. He was in his bummy ass car, so he wasn't high value, but he was just started talking. But I did like the fact that he started from the bottom and raised his way up, even though I did not have to like everything that he was saying. But how he did it, I'm like, okay, he started from the bottom, raised his way up, then he got all fancy and shit, or made us think that he got fancy. He used to be in a car, his room was fucked up, and then he kept getting better and kept getting better and kept getting better. So you was never, but for you to call somebody else, for you to call yourself high value, somebody else not high value, bitch, look where you started from.
Well, he even admitted when he first started out, he said he was just talking to men about men, but when he started doing the
Right.
controversial stuff and saying the stuff he was saying, that's when he blew up. But that again, that's a symptom of what we deal with when we deal with social media. Everything has to be over the top in order to get views and to get bigger and to grow your channel. You can't be fair because nobody cares about you being fair. They want to hear me get on there, especially with my mouth. They would love to hear me just going in and working all the time. Yeah, and these bees, this and that, and that. And they'd love it. They'd be tuning in like, man, you hear kid, we be going off. They'll feed right into it. But
Like that O'Shea Duke Jackson. You the ugliest thing since ugly. And the nerve of you to always got every single thing he got something to say. And then I be like, yo, what's that man name who played football against Seattle? I'm like, get off Russell Wilson dick. Jump off of it. He got a woman on it already. You stay on Sierra. Like, are you really in love with her man or what?
that man is a professional athlete. He's a high level professional athlete, one of the best in the world. Still today, he is very financially comfortable. He's worth more. He doesn't. You don't hear about him in the news with other women, with side babies, doing all kind of crazy stuff. And again, this is a guy who. This is what women say they want their sons to do. Want to be respectful, get married, have a family. Don't cheat, do this. But then, you know what? How we get rewarded for growing up and doing all of the right things? I call it hormone.
And then they got mad. Then they got mad because he the first man that left a white woman for a black woman. That was the thing they were saying. He was criticized for that because he only used to date white women,
But wait a minute. Russell Wilson is mixed, so he's half white. So how can you be mad at him for dating white women? That's just like being mad at him for dating black women.
No, I don't think he's half white.
Yeah, he is. He's mixed.
Well, either way, he only dated white women, and then he left, and then he ended up marrying a black woman. But it's usually the other way around. They got mad at that. I said, God damn, could the man breathe?
You can't live for this. That's why I love it, because they make their little videos and they be dancing and having fun with each other, and they don't trip off. I honestly don't think they trip off what people say, because at the end of the day, like I said, I've never heard nothing bad about Sierra. Sierra is, it, she just seems like she's a good, decent woman, and Russell Wilson seems like he's a good, decent guy. But again, the social media will get him so much flack, and then they'll celebrate a nigga like Future, who got 10 kids and never been married, and brags about how many millions he spends flying women out and buying women bags that he's just sleeping with. He's just, and it's like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But they look
Yeah,
at
and I'm
Future.
like,
Future
but
is
if she
cool.
would have stayed with Future and had problems with Future every day, she deserved better. She needed to pick better. Now that she picked better without going through the bull, he cheated on her ass one time. She hit the road jack. That became a problem. I said, God damn. Damn
She
if
ain't
you
loyal.
do, damn if
She,
you don't.
yeah, she ain't loyal because she left after he cheated the first time. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's what we have here right now. You can't. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't even know how we fix this shit. It's so fucked up. We're so fucked up. Our mentality is fucked up. Just the way we do everything.
That's because them ops came in and it's working.
Oh yeah.
So now now they get rid of the head, and then here come the copycats.
There is a good avenue.
It's just crazy amongst crazy. But we will definitely be having we will be definitely be having more conversations like this or whatever. We don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna damn sure put their ass back on trial tomorrow. I'm gonna get the right videos ready so
Yeah,
Cap
we're
can
gonna do deep off in this tomorrow.
go in.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
We're
But
gonna
like
do
I
it.
said,
Wait, tomorrow we going in on sunshine on sunshine and
yeah,
and stardust, right?
yeah, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Wow. Yeah, we definitely going all in. So I'm gonna give me some sleep so I can be on time.
Yeah,
I gotta double check my notifications and read because I didn't even get
because
a
I'm gonna come on
notification.
early tomorrow, and then if these ladies can do it, I want to go to the R&B party on the boardwalk,
Oh, that's cool.
and then I'm gonna probably come back and go on again. But just in case I don't go on again, I'll be on.
Okay.
So good night, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you very much.
Peace,
Grand
chat.
Rising. And I had an Uncle Sonny. He got a lot of kids. Now he better not be your pappy.
Peace, chat. I'll catch up with y'all later on.
Yeah, it's an online conspiracy, Martin. But thank y'all for tuning in. Nighty night.